Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. That means we're going to get into a little bit of AEW Dynamite here at the Wrasslin for Life Network. Hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling good. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into. The classic continues, a face-to-face, and so much more. So make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel-good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network, folks. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the streams. As always, it's a Wednesday, and we kick it off with hope, excitement. What does TK and Co. have in store for us tonight? What's it going to look like? Is it going to live up to what we hope it is? We will find out. So make sure you get in that chat. What is on your wrestling mind? Lots to talk about. So many things going on. Lots of buzz in the wrestling world, so don't be quiet, don't be shy. Click all the buttons, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, be a part of the family, be a part of the shows. As always, it's a pleasure to be back here. And if you don't know who I am, well, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the man of YouTube, the face that runs the place, if you will. Happy to be back at it again. Happy to do another live stream with everyone out there. We got lots coming your way. Don't forget, tomorrow we are bringing back the Dirt Sheet debate because there's so much to unfold. So much to break down, and me and my partner in crime, Mr. Nick, will be back. I imagine, we're hoping, but Nick is still on the mend doing his recovery, and everyone else, I hope you guys are doing well. 'Tis the season to have the sniffles, the flu, whatever you're feeling, but hopefully you're feeling good. You're ready for some wrestling, and again, don't be quiet, don't be shy. Let me know what's on your wrestling mind. What are we going to talk about tonight? What are we going to break down? There is a lot going on with this show, and we are going to talk all about it as we roll through. Everybody seems to be a little bit of a buzz about the Eddie Kingston face-off. What will this look like? Will it be intense? Will they deliver? Will they help create a buzz for a match that some people are not exactly thrilled about? But we'll see how this breaks down. We'll see if they can get the excitement level up for a Eddie matchup. We will see what it looks like. But yeah, we got lots to get into. We have about 10 minutes before the start of the show. I will say hello to all you beautiful people out there. But again, we got more to get into. Okada, Pac tonight, Continental Classic. It continues. Kyle Fletcher, Kevin Knight, which I think could be the match of the night. It could deliver on a higher level. It should be pretty fucking good. I'm pretty optimistic about it. Then we get Jon Moxley, Claudio. This one, I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know how it's going to play out. I don't know if Jon Moxley can actually wrestle a match with no run-ins, with no interference, with no blood. Stay in the ring, John. Stay in the ring. What do you got? What do you got? Has anyone seen the things going around about, is John, John might be the mystery man? No, we know it's not John. We also get a Christmas holiday death match. Why not? We got a tournament for the women's tag team titles, the first ever women's tag team titles in AEW. You think that would be enough, but no. Thanks to Tony Storm and Mina picking the stipulation, we are getting a death match tonight. So in a time frame where we just had blood and guts, we had no DQ matches, no hold bar matches, cage matches. Why not have a death match? Said it a few weeks ago. Tony, just lean in. Make them all death matches. No rules to any matches. Refs don't matter until they have to count to 3, and even then, they don't really get it right all the time. But this is in the tournament. I'm a little surprised that one semifinal is a death match. The other semifinal is just a match. Again, a little lack of continuity, a little lack of thought process, but we'll see. Should be fun. I mean, Tony's awesome. Mina's awesome. Megan Bane's a future star if she can get, a little more refined. And, of course, Shafir is a badass. So this shall be interesting, and we will see what it looks like heading into the show tonight. That's all I have announced on my docket. If you guys know of anything else that's been added, let me know. Don't forget, we shirt people. Go get your Wrestling for Life merch. Don't forget to join the Wrestling Fans United. If you hear my voice right now and you're not subscribed already, make sure you do so. Follow all our socials across Instagram, Twitter, Discord, Facebook. Go check out our Facebook page. It does stuff too. So we are out there. Go check it out. All the links down below. And don't forget, the prediction title is on the line this weekend as we bring you Deadline. The prediction title link will be up any minute now, so stay tuned for that. We'll get it out to you, and you'll have a couple days to make your picks. Tomorrow, 8 p.m., we go live with the Dirt Sheet Debate. We're going to break it down. We're going to argue about some things. I know there's some definite topics that are going to have Nick and I battling, but it's going to be a fun one, folks. So again, like, share, subscribe, click that little bell so you don't miss a minute. You never know when we're going to pop up or be here early or surprise everybody with something. So make sure you're a part of that as we head through the holiday season. That all being said, I think that's the show. I don't know how you feel about it. How you feeling out there? Are you excited for tonight's show? Do you think the card looks good? Are you pumped? I don't know. We'll find out. But the top three from last night, Spaz, Damien, and Simone. Congratulations to you three. Don't forget, get in that chat. Get your points. Super chat, super stickers, get you bonus points. And if you want to take that number one spot away from Spaz, get in there. Let's go. But I shall say hello to the people. Because if without you people, why am I even here? But I will say hello to everybody out there as Zach kicking us off tonight. National Roof Over Your Head Day. I like that day. That's a good one. Let's celebrate having roofs over our head. Let's help out those who don't. And yeah, it's a good day to celebrate, I guess. National Package Protection Day. What is this? Fucking anti-Amazon Day, I suppose. Also known as National fucking Doorbell Cam Day. That's good. That's good. Mr. Stormy, welcome back. And hello, Zach, as always. Mr. Stormy, December 3rd, 1968. This song, If I Can Dream, was released by the King, Elvis Presley. OG Elvis did it like nobody else, folks. So let's go. Let's see. Kevin, welcome back, sir. Hey, Michael, our current predictions champion, going to have to defend it. Let's go. Hoping Nick's feeling well. Well, with all the big shout-outs to Big Nick. Hope he's doing well. I mean, what's Nick without a voice? Really? We need Nick back with his voice. So hopefully he is on the mend. I know if he'd probably be here if he didn't have people in his life who were like, take a moment. So he will be back, I'm sure, tomorrow. If he makes it back tomorrow, he's going to be all fired up and ready to argue and ready to go. So let's go. Big shout out to Big Nick. Michael, thank you for that. Looking forward to Kevin Knight versus Kyle Fletcher. Me too, Damien. I think this has potential of match of the night. These are two rising stars. These are two really good talents that could do a lot, deliver a lot, be exciting in a lot of ways. So we're hoping, we're watching. We want to see this one do good. Hopefully, I mean, again, Continental Classic is nice because there's not a lot of the extra bullshit, not a lot of the run-ins, not a lot of the, nobody's supposed to be at ringside, that kind of thing. So it's good. It's good. Eric, welcome back. Happy birthday. Happy heavenly birthday to the great one, Ozzy Osbourne. Hope that Nick is better. I'm sure he is. But see Money in the house. Happy wrestling birthday to one of the greatest. This is the funniest shit that you're doing now. Riki Koshi turns 74 in ECWLM. Super Crazy turns 52. Super Crazy's 52. That's crazy into itself. Sean back with us. Welcome. AEW has been decent lately. I hope this keeps it up. Let's go. I felt like last week's show was a little disappointing, especially coming off of some of the stuff you've been doing, coming off Full Gear. Wanted a little more. We didn't even you crowned a new national champion. He wasn't even on the show last week. Little details could have been better. We'll see. I think the one good news right now, if you're an AEW fan, I think that the Continental Classic helps Tony streamline his booking because he doesn't have to worry about all the frills. He doesn't have to worry about all the extra stuff. Just book matches. That's all he has to do. Put them in the ring. The athletes will do the talking. So that is the benefit of the Continental Classic. To be honest, I almost feel like Tony should run it year-round. Like it's just one big league all year, and then he doesn't have to worry about trying to make stories make sense and all that other bullshit. But we'll see how it goes. Welcome back, my friend. Good to see you, Sean. Damien, I've heard that Gunther is injured and out of the tournament. Damien, I have not heard that. If anyone else can confirm that, I'm full attention, because if Gunther is out, I said it months ago, this was, Gunther's tournament to win. Gunther was the favorite. Gunther's been the favorite. Gunther looks like the favorite. If he is injured and can't compete, what does that mean? Who do you slot in? How do you work it out? Friday is supposed to be the final between LA Knight and Gunther. Does that change? Did it change anything? John Cena made a comment the other day that Gunther doesn't need the rub from John Cena, and John's kind of right. Maybe LA needs it more than he does. But generally, I don't know. This is interesting. What up, Mega? How you doing? Chris McCarthy, back at it. Okay. All day. Like, even like Ash by Elegance put out a, Ash's, Impact, and a lot of the TNA talent promoting AMC, promoting the new deal. If you don't know, TNA Thursday Night Impact will be officially on AMC come January. Lots of people buzzing about it. It's been one of the most talked about, tweeted about, posted about things going on in the wrestling world. And for good reason. This is very exciting. There is more buzz about TNA. And I said it yesterday. The two most talked about things this week in wrestling, Larry, T's and P's, we loved you, or love you, and TNA. The other wrestling company, even tonight going into Dynamite, there's not a lot of buzz. There's not a lot of, oh my God. Like, there's not a lot online that you're seeing. It's swallowed up by all this other news. Cherokee's back at it. Let's go. Evening. Also, National Green Bean Casserole Day. Very specific. Skip that one. Yeah, let's skip that one. Let's not go there. We're good. A Moxley Castagnoli clash is awesome and strange. Vying for a new Death Riders leader. What is the meaning of this? Will this lead to dissension, more dissension? There hasn't been a lot of dissension. We haven't seen moments of like the group, the Death Riders, kind of talking and being like, oh, what about our leader kind of taps out all the time? Our leader's kind of, we haven't heard a lot of it. We haven't seen a lot of it. So is that what's going to happen? I got about 1 minute, so I will let everyone know, and I am going to keep saying hello, but shout out Wrestling Warrior. I like it. Cherokee's with us. You guys can try and sync up with me. I'll let you know where I am in a second. But welcome to Wednesday Night Rants. Welcome to Dynamite. Welcome to the Wrestling Fans United. I hope you're feeling well. And again, hump day in the books, Friday Junior tomorrow. The weekend is almost upon us, and I hope everyone is doing well, as I got Tony Schiavone in the ring, and I got the pyro. Venue looks small. I think the word I heard was like 1,200 people in the venue tonight. But hopefully it's an energized crowd. So a lot of the gentlemen look pumped. Not a whole lot of ladies in the presence. Yo, let's go. What's up, Monet? Clay Lewis, welcome back. Mega's with us. Always causing trouble. Let's go. Yeah, they're still working on it. I'm ready and waiting. I love it. Let's go. Zippy, welcome back. How you doing? Let's go. Richard, welcome. Marty, I feel like it's been a minute. How you doing, buddy? Came to the right place as always. Hope you are doing well. And here is Samoa Joe. So we're not wasting any time. I talked about this last night. I kind of wanted the face-off between Joe and Eddie to kind of be later in the show. And I think you should open the show and jump right into a match. Like, give us that Kyle Fletcher, Kevin Knight match out the gate or something like that. I'm worried that starting another show with a long-winded promo gets a little bit, dragged down. But Joe and Eddie should deliver here. Joe, of course, got 2 belts. Did anyone else remember that Joe's part of the trios? Yeah, we'll see. Evolve is back after 2 weeks away. Good to know. I understand that it is a CC match, but as they are on the same team, how will this affect them later? That becomes the question, Cherokee, is if Claudio beats John, now do you have a really big claim to, you're not our leader, I can kick your ass? Now, if John beats Claudio, like what if, I think almost what might work best is if you had John, per se, cheat to win. Maybe he pulls a tight, grabs a rope, pokes an eye, and then there's resentment there. So it could have future ramifications for the Death Riders. Now, a lot of people have been asking for the Death Riders to just give up, go home, quit. We'll see, but here comes the Mad King. Eddie Kingston in the house. I love Eddie in a lot of ways, but him getting this title shot to me is out of left field. And I saw somebody online going, yeah, people are complaining and listen, it's simple. It just, you got to make it make sense. And in 2025, Samoa Joe versus Eddie Kingston to me is not a highlight. Like, it's not like, what are we doing? Let's go. Wednesday night knee pads in the house. The patrol is on the loose. Let's go. Let's go. What's good? Wednesday night lozenges. That's it. Nick got all the candy. Mox Ricardo is probably the main event, right? You'd assume. But, ooh, give me that mic before I. Oh, there's Tony Schiavone getting kicked out again. Why can't they let the interviewer do the job? How many people jack a microphone away from Mean Gene Okerlund? Think back. How many times did somebody yank that mic away from the announcer, the person that works for the company that is assigned to do this job? Just let him hold the mic, or don't have him there at all. He doesn't need to be there. Let fucking Justin Roberts introduce the where am I going with this? The competition, the combatants is the word I was looking for. Easy for me to say. Thank you, vitamins. But Trash Panda, I believe, is on Eddie's shirt. The power of positivity is strong with this one. I've gone cynical towards AEW way too long ago. See, money. Every Wednesday opens with hope. We want Wednesday to be good. We want it to be exciting. We want to get into it. I want both companies to thrive. The coverage, doing what we do, is more fun with excitement, with things to look forward to, with good cards, good matches. That's why the TNA thing's good. Like, we're excited about it. We're looking forward to getting back on Thursdays, watching how this plays out. I want good. So that's why we do what we do, sir. What's up, BJ? Or just B. Jobson. Evening, KJ. Let's fucking go tonight. Joining the optimism before the show. We're holding. As Samoa Joe is doing his thing. Not very many people excited about Eddie Kingston. I can understand that. Yeah, I mean, again, and I saw one person say, well, get over it. Survivor Series sucked. And my question becomes, okay, I agree. Survivor Series wasn't its best. However, does that then give you a pass to do shitty shit? You heard me.
Shit!
Right? Is that now a build? No. If the competition is doing poor, you should do better. Hello, Poncho. What's up, Heather? How you doing? How you doing? Poncho, welcome. Richard, we got you. Big Dog, welcome back. Always a pleasure, sir. Tony Schiavone, living fossil pro wrestling. I don't like Tony Schiavone, but the man has found a way to make bank without doing very much of anything. Right? Like, this guy's getting a check every week for what? For what? He's terrible. Promo should be fun. We'll see. The thing is, you got to be into the booking. You got to be into the matchup. And Eddie Kingston's not it, guys. I'm sorry. You want to be the cool, young, hip, exciting, alternative wrestling? Eddie Kingston isn't it. Kingston totally earned this shot by eating the most pork rinds backstage. Oof. What's up, Boston? How you doing? Woo, let's go. A week away from Winter is Coming as champion Samoa Joe and challenger Eddie Kingston meet face to face. So yes, this is the go home show for Winter is Coming. We got the Holiday Bash coming up. We got World's End coming up. Tony's got to be a busy man. The man who saved the independence. Joe is everything Eddie wishes he was. Let's be real. Like, is that fair to say? Like, everything that Eddie was hoping to be in his life, in his career, Joe is.
You know what he learned from me? Perseverance.
Samoa Joe knows something about crossing the line. Facts. Let's go. Heather, we got you. Wrestle Rants. Always a pleasure, sir. Hope you are doing well out there. Sean, we got you. Did AEW Championship belt always have custom side plates? I do believe it did, but I could be wrong. Where's our belt guys in the chat? Chris, welcome back. People wanted TNA to go to Wednesday nights, but staying on Thursdays is best for the rating-wise and to keep the fans. I would agree. Again, if you go to Wednesdays, you're already up against established shows, right? An established show in particular. Thursdays is kind of an open night. It's kind of wide open, and you have an opportunity to kind of make it yours. So, and I'm sure that was part of the talks, right? I mean, AMC, you also, if you're getting that TV deal, you're kind of at the mercy a little bit of AMC because they're going to have a say as far as their scheduling goes and where they think you should pot in, right? So if you're going to spot in on a Wednesday or think you want to be on a Wednesday, it's not going to work. Well, okay. Because you hate. I'm going to get back to the hotel and go to bed. The crowd chuckles. Who did I miss? Jose's back with us. Josh Alexander is now the Walking Dead weapon. Let's go. I mean, he could have been. 3,300 fans in a 7,500 arena. Okay, I thought it was less than that, Richard. That's good. That's not bad. But that's it. That sucked. Like, I don't know what to say. I can't even break that down. It was short, sweet. Didn't get intense. They didn't get face to face. They didn't get nose to nose. This match is just a fucking throwaway match so Joe can get back to Swerve. That's all this is. Eddie comes out and says, you used to be a hero. You used to be the indie guy. You saved the indies. You put it on your back. Be that guy. I want that guy. Why? You don't even look like you're worth the fucking effort. What did that segment just do to help us? Anybody jazzed about next week's match? We're going to watch two fucking seals, two walruses go toe-to-toe next week, and that promo did nothing to help it. That promo, that segment should have been in the middle of the show if it was going to be that lackluster. Watching Dynamite on HBO Max. Let's go. Sup, Heather? Think I got you. Devin, welcome. But when WWE does it, it's bad. Again, I think that kind of finger pointing needs to go away. Like, WWE doing bad shit doesn't excuse AEW from doing bad shit and vice versa. If AEW has a bad pay-per-view, WWE doesn't go, oh, well, fuck it, we can get away with it. I think that level of comparison just falls apart real quick. And at the end of the day, I mean, again, WWE didn't have a great Survivor Series. I was very disappointed with Survivor Series. But that doesn't mean like, oh, well, we can book Eddie Kingston versus Joe because WWE shit the bed. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Now we go from Samoa Joe to the rest of the ops. We got Hook. Hook's the spokesman for the ops. Okay. So all I got to do is leave for a while and come back. And how do you justify Eddie Kingston going from obscurity to a title match? How do you justify it? What has Eddie done other than be friends with Hook to get a title shot at Joe? Everybody banned from ringside next week for Joe versus Eddie. All right. You mean a normal match? You mean a regulation professional wrestling match? No one's supposed to be there unless you have a fucking manager's card. So saying it is almost redundant. Claudio beats Moxley, and it leads to a rematch for Claudio. Okay. As we are going to kick this one off, I will put a poll up. The Death Riders are set to come out as Pac will take on Okada. I don't know what to make of this match. Let me know. Who you taking? Are you excited for this one? Can this one do any good? And I'm going to put a draw as an option because it's the Continental. But Pac, another member of the Death Riders. Remember, Pac is the guy that took out Darby. So Pac's been on a bit of a push, getting a bit of love. I mean, Pac versus fucking Samoa Joe would almost be better for my money. At least he's earned some shit. Now, real quick, I will do this for everybody out there. I will give you a Continental Classic update, I do believe. But get your votes in. Are you taking Pac? Are you taking Okada? Are you taking nobody? Are we going to take a 20-minute draw on this one? Let me know. Wow, Dark Order's still around. The final round. I'm a fan of Pac. I'm a big fan of Pac. The only thing that's been hard being a fan of Pac for the last 5 years is Pac has been brutally inconsistent. In, out, injuries, visas. It's been hard. Pac's been a tough. Like, I was a huge fan of Pac. I thought he was the best heel in WWE when he walked out. The fact that he landed in AEW got me super excited for the idea that Pac could be that guy if given the chance. But just too in and out, too sporadic. It's just inconsistency makes it very hard to cheer for Pac. I want him to do well. I really think he's a great wrestler. This is such a weird booking. But Okada should be able to, Pac should be able to get a fucking some effort out of Okada here. Okada for the win, voted draw. 15 minutes in, and I didn't care about anything that happens. Wrestle Rants, I'm with you, buddy. I want to. Everyone heard my speech when I opened the show tonight, right? The same speech every Wednesday. I'm excited. I'm hopeful. I want this to be good. I'm excited. Let's go. I suggested don't open the show with Eddie and Samoa Joe because it won't be good. I think I was right. You open the show with Eddie and Samoa Joe, and I expect this war of words to the point where, you almost get to fuck you, no, fuck you, and they're butting foreheads and rubbing it against each other. It got to the point where fucking Eddie's literally like, hey, man, I'm going to keep this short because the fan, you guys want to watch wrestling. I'm going back to the hotel. What? Even Eddie doesn't give a fuck. Like, it was so crazy. Yes, you're welcome. I sometimes forget. These guys in AEW who have gotten a shot, now are getting a shot. Now you're upset that these boring guys are getting a shot. Doesn't make any sense. These guys in AEW who haven't gotten a shot. I think I get what you're trying to say, Mega, but at the end of the day, you got to make it matter. You got to make it make sense. So saying like, oh, well, Eddie never got a shot. Now they're giving Eddie a shot and you still don't like it. I like Eddie. I just don't like what they're giving us. And to me, this is an absolute throwaway. There is 0% chance that Eddie Kingston is going to beat Samoa Joe. 0. None. Nada. Nil. None. Tell me I'm wrong. So it's not about like, oh, they're not going to use these guys, but you got to use them and you got to build them up. If you wanted Eddie to challenge the world champion, how do you take him out of catering to do so? Put him on Dynamite. Give him a couple wins. And then you go, oh, this makes sense. But it doesn't, and they didn't. I'd be happy when the Cowboys win. All right, go Cowboys. I'm a big Cowboys fan nowadays, so go Cowboys. The Rainmaker versus the Bastard. How's the chat feeling about this one? 48% going Okada. That's a tight race. 31 going draw. Pac got less than draw, so 23% taking Pac. Draw over 30, so you're welcome. Did I miss? If I missed you, remember, get your opinion in. Let us know. Bad, Jose. Bad. Not good. Good segment. What was good about it? Help me understand. Thank you, Mega. Good sticker. We appreciate you. That was good. What was good about that segment? I had an extra few minutes to talk to y'all before I had to pay attention. Yeah, thank you. Just an okay promo. You got to remember, with a guy like Eddie Kingston and a guy like Samoa Joe, our expectations of a promo off are way up here, right? Like this is fucking B Rabbit against Doc. Like it's up here. It's the finals. Go at it. Intensity. It lacked so much give a fuck. Is a lead. The promo doesn't have much heat to it. None. That's because you just dragged them out of catering to do it. I'm doing much better. Big Dog. I got a new job at Walgreens. I am learning much there. I'm happy to hear that, sir. There you go. Shout out to Big Dog, a channel regular. We do appreciate you. Nair, welcome back. It's just a match to have a match. Exactly. And that's okay sometimes. But it doesn't mean you get to mail it in. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean you get to just not bring the heat. You got to bring the fucking heat. Make me believe that Joe could actually lose. Walruses? If everyone had to be barred, why did no one get physical? If everyone had to be barred, why did no one get physical? Yeah, there was no real, I guess just because they have friends, they threw that in there. I mean, realistically, you're going to have a match, and every match, unless you're a manager, you're not supposed to be there. So this idea that everyone banned from ringside, now I know they do it when you have people who have been like causing trouble. Did Eddie get a match against somebody before and they jumped him and beat him up? Nope. So that doesn't make sense. Did Eddie almost win and then got distracted? No, that hasn't happened. So again, you do things because they sound cool. Right? That's essentially it. There's no grounds for it. As Pac right now in control of Okada with a kick to the back. Who the fuck are the fans supposed to cheer for on this one? This hardcore holiday death match better be good. It's all we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Like, I almost can tell you now. I'm waiting to watch my Dallas Cowboys game tomorrow and Friday night. SmackDown. Let's go. We'll make this part of your Thursday night as Nick and I break some of these issues down. I'm sure Nick's going to have an opinion on how I feel about Joe and Eddie. But, and I know my guy wants Eddie to win so bad, but I got my doubts. National Make a Gift Day. There you go. Claudio beats Moxley and leads to, I got that one. Let's roll down. JV's back with us. So we are in the first picture. Pac and Okada. Pac's in control. KJ, get ready for the Death Riders finger poke of doom. Whoo! I'm going to be so mad, Anthony. I'd be so mad. A couple weeks ago, Nick looked at me and said, what if Lashley and Shelton did the finger poke of doom? I thought it was genius. Because the fucking Battle Royal sucked. So that would have been better. If they do it here, then who does it, though? Does Claudio do the job for Mox? Does he show his devotion? Does he bend the knee to his leader, his confidant, his best friend? I don't know what the fuck he is. But, is that what happens? I don't know. I got a question for you. Triple H, where to be canned? Who do you see taking over? Oh, if Triple H was to be canned, who do I see taking over? The internal workings of WWE is tricky, right? Like, you're not going to move Bruce into that position. Would it be someone like a Regal, somebody like, Shawn Michaels, who's been doing NXT? Do you go external and bring in somebody that you think could be helpful? Do you bring Vince back? No, you don't do that. No, I wouldn't do that. Would you do that? I wouldn't do it. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't feel like there's a long line behind him, right? Abyss, great guy, but is he ready to be the head guy? I don't know. He's been there for a long time, smart man, but we saw him in Unreal be a little bit mousy for a big fella. So yeah, I'm a little that's a tough one. And that's why I don't think it's a slam dunk. I know people talked about a power struggle between Triple H and The Rock, but The Rock don't want to be fucking wrestling every week. Are you kidding me? Come on now. Pac looks like an ant about to pop. There's an ant under the microscope. Pastor, how you doing? How you doing? What is up? Wrestle rants. Pac can't stay healthy. I wish he could. I really do. I'm such a fan of him. Like I said, I truly felt like Pac was the best heel in not just like in the business at the time when he went through that 205 run and then walked out because of Enzo and didn't like how things were being booked. He had every right to be pissed off because Pac deserved on a very boring wrestling product to actually not even be in the, like, he could have been a good heel in the main event picture. So I'm super excited for him being in AEW. The not staying healthy, again, I mean, we all went through things during the pandemic. So, he didn't fly back and forth, which you can't expect him to, wants to be close to family. I get that. Hopefully 2025, like now into 2026, we get more Pac. And we've already seen him have big moments. He takes out Darby. To me, for Tony to put Pac over Darby tells me that Pac's got a shot at doing some stuff here for Tony. As Pac comes off the top, Okada gets out of the way. Pac for the win, draw. I wouldn't mind Pac versus Dragunov. I wouldn't mind that. Pac, Dragunov, Pac, Buddy Murphy, Pac. A long list of guys. I could go on all day, but Pac can wrestle. It's a bit small, but he's jacked like a motherfucker. So what do? I expect a draw. To be honest, I sincerely don't care anymore about any of this on this show tonight. I wish I did. MDB, I hear you, bro. I hear you. I will say again, Kevin Knight, Kyle Fletcher should be a hell of a match. Moxley, I'm just I'm intrigued about Moxley Claudio. I just want to see what it looks like and how they handle it and what does it mean. Do you make it mean something, or is it just they have a really good match, one guy wins, they shake hands, and they're riders for life? I don't know. I would agree, Jose. It was just, again, it's because we know them. If this was Hook and Danny Garcia and they delivered that promo, that segment, we're like, they did all right. They tried. But it's Eddie fucking Kingston and Samoa Joe, two guys known to rock a mic and rock a mic right. And they didn't. It just felt mailed in. And I think maybe because next week's match is a foregone conclusion. Next week's match doesn't mean anything. I don't know. I don't quite understand the booking decision. And it's just, you got to make us care about Eddie as Okada sets up his moment and that big old bird to the hard cam. One company eats, the other company flips birds. Y'all pick what you like better. New music for Okada, didn't even notice. Welcome to the Wednesday Night Rants. Let's go, Anthony. How you doing? We got more coming. Why does Cal's always got to be on commentary? No other manager is. Because he doesn't get it. And I'm sorry. I mean, Don Callis has been around wrestling for a long fucking time. The Jackal. It's a Jackal. Is it a Jackal? Wasn't a Jackal the first 10 times. But yes, he should know better. And he doesn't help. He doesn't manage. The manager plays a pivotal role. If you have a manager, they're supposed to cause trouble. They're supposed to fuck with the baby faces. He sits on commentary and just talks. We already got 3 guys on commentary talking about fucking all. Pac again takes down Okada. Pac getting boos. So somehow heel Okada is getting more love than Pac. And Pac gets eaten. That's a beautiful drop kick, though. Okada might not do much, but when he pops a drop kick, it looks fucking good. Devon, sad thing is, I tried giving them a chance. I'm trying again this week. I try to stay off of social media outlets. Smart man, because both WWE and AEW diehards are awful. I agree. It goes in both directions. We felt it the last couple days on the channel because we were critical of Survivor Series. The WWE tribalists came out pretty hard of like, fuck you, man. It was great. Liv Morgan came back. All right. EO jumped off a cage, man. Okay. What are we going to do about it? Everyone deserves to get a title shot. Just got to prove it. I agree with that. Okay. But you got to kind of earn it. You got to work your way up. There should be some type of merit system, right? Deep 2. So if Okada loses the Continental Championship. Is he? No. Yes. No. I don't know. I don't know. You can beat him in the round robin. It's not for any of his belts. If he loses the Continental Classic, now according to Tony, the unified titles aren't together. So is he still the unified champ? Does he lose the unified championship and the Continental Classic and the International? Or does he just lose the Continental? And therefore, they went down hard, and it looks like as we get the Tombstone, Tombstone's a match ender, you fucks. What's up, Jordan? I'm cursing. He's saying God bless. Appreciate you, Jordan. Nothing but love, sir. I love Eddie, but respectfully, that was far under par. It felt mailed in. It felt mailed in from the beginning. Again, it just feels like he doesn't give a fuck. There was no intensity. There was no bite back. There's been no groundswell. It was literally, I wanted to hang out with this little kid, and you got mad I hung out with this little kid, so let's fight. What? As Pac up to the top, superplex. Pac is carrying this match like a fucking government mule. Back off the ropes, big clothesline. Did he call it the Rainmaker? And Okada gets the win. Did one drop kick the entire match, and Okada beats Pac with the roll up. And again, I'm not that mad about it in the sense of that can happen. But Okada is one of the most undeserving pricks in the fucking business. Pac looks like a 60s carny with the new gear and hairstyle, right? Oh, I do have this. I guess I should show you before we get all the matches, but let me bring this up real quick to let you guys know what's going on. So we have this. Now Okada puts a 3 up on the board, so now he's got 3. Pac becomes 1-on-1, stays at 3. We will see Claudio and Moxley. So one of them, I think they might go to a draw tonight, guys. Is there a chance that Moxley and Claudio go 20 strong and everybody talks about what a classic? What a classic? Get the fuck out of here. So I got Mark Briscoe on my screen. What else? Kyle Fletcher taking on Kevin Knight tonight, both at 3 points. So potentially one of them can move into first place in the Gold League tonight. And only one match in the Blue League so far scheduled for this evening. So there you go. And Okada moves. I mean, he did lose last week to Kyle Fletcher. So just when I think Pac's getting some love, no love for Pac. No Pac, none. My second favorite Irish wrestler, Okada. Right after Ricochet, correct? Okada is pushed heavily for giving 70% effort. He is pushed so much, and I think if I was given an hour to just talk with Tony Khan about my experience as a fan of wrestling and his company from day one, that would be my like right out of the gate question is why are we putting overemphasis on certain people that don't seem to really bring much to the table? And then there's other guys that really do matter, really do excite us and make us want to watch that don't really get any love. And you're so seemingly hell-bent on 50-50 booking that you can't really get behind anybody. The crowd just sat there during that opening match. Who do you cheer for? The bastard Pac, who's in the, your top heel faction, or Okada, who's in the biggest heel faction? It's a tough one. And Pac carried that match. Pac carried that whole fucking match. Solid. I didn't think it was solid. I thought it was okay. What upsets me the most? People stand around waiting for the next move. I hate it. I talked about it when everyone was like, "Oh, EO came off the top." Yeah, but you had all these women for 40 seconds doing like finish him. What are we doing? So we go from a backstage to a backstage, and now we got Ricochet. So the first time you see your prestigious national champion, the man that can't shut his fucking mouth online. He's not on the show last week, and they put him in a backstage this week. That's how much they trust his mic skills. They won't even put him out in front of the fucking people. Okada steals it. Yes, he did. Technically, every finisher should be a match ended, but they are not. How does Dom take a double A and kick out? It means nothing anymore. In a title match, in Dom's case, taking a double A and kicking out, I can get over time and place. And I don't think it should happen very often at all, to be honest. I'm with you on that. If you're going to break the rule, it's got to be a moment. But I am particularly protective, Boston. I'm very protective of the tombstone pile driver. And I fucking loathe that people. Oh, that's right. The new national champion is here on Dynamite to cut a promo for his Ring of Honor match on Friday. Whoop, whoop. Killing it, Ricochet. Killing it, buddy. But yes, I agree. Finishers have been buried. Finishers mean nothing. Even as a kid, I knew if one of my friends hit me with a DDT, I was laying there for a minute. You're not getting back up. Come on now. KJ, we got a woman's blood and guts. It was good. What's the chances we get a women's Continental Classic? I think you could. You could do it. The problem right now, like you can't really, like this year, I think they opted for the women's tag team tournament instead. My only concern with AEW's women division, and I don't care, I'll argue anybody out there, anybody that disagrees with me, happily show up and have this debate. The AEW women's roster is not deep and it's not strong. They have people, but they don't have good wrestlers. And some of the good wrestlers don't get used nearly enough, but they don't have a deep roster. So if you load up a Continental Classic of women, there's a good chance you're going to get a lot of not great matches, especially without the gimmicks. Tony throws a lot of gimmicks on the women's matches to try and spruce them up a little. Doesn't always work. Last good promo Eddie Kingston gave was in the ring with Punk. Punk brings that shit out of people. And Punk offers up so many bullets. If you hate Punk, there is so much you could say to Punk. Right? All Eddie said tonight was, you know, you fucking, you stole my little buddy and you used to be somebody I looked up to. There's no real heat. Does Tony know what unified means? I don't know. You think he would? I mean, you think he would understand if he was going to create a unified title? Apparently, he just means they hang, like, you know, if one guy has the same belt, then it's unified. But apparently, that's not quite it, right, Bendy? Like, okay, so Okada has multiple belts, but they're not unified. Like, you didn't actually unify them. You just gave them the same person. That's like saying Samoa Joe has unified 1/3 of the Trios Championship and the World Championship because he has them both. What? Like, has Mercedes unified 13, 14 belts? Are they all unified because she has them? Because that's all that, like, there is no unification here with Okada. There's not. There really isn't. Got that. Yeah, no, I hate that. I really do. Okada is pushed heavily. Got that one. Let's go. Keep it coming, folks. How many matches has Okada lost in AEW? He lost last week? Not many. I think maybe 3. Fact checkers in the chat. If you can hear my voice right now, someone go to Cage Match and let me know what Okada's wrestling record in 2025 is. Not his life, just 2025. So Samoa Joe, yes, my guy. That's exactly what I just said. That is so funny. 100%. That becomes the question. Like, all right, so if I have multiple belts, did I unify them? Right? I don't know. I don't know. Good evening, everyone. What's up, Z-Man? Welcome back. Corey, good to see you as always. Rico winning the national championship is TK saying, you're good, but just not good enough to hold any of my real titles. Corey, spoken like a champ, my guy. I feel the same way as we got Mark again. So we did a backstage with Mark, a backstage with Ricochet, and we go to a backstage. Who formatted this show? Are we setting up Mark versus Roddy at Winter is Coming? That'll be a great match. I don't care though. And I agree with you, right? And then even we didn't have the national champion celebration to celebrate this new inaugural title. We didn't, a week after we come with a backstage promo about his Ring of Honor match on Friday. Yeah. Well, Roddy's now threatening to beat up Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy doesn't care. Mark Briscoe does. Mark Briscoe versus Daniel Garcia next week. Okay, I was wrong. I was hopeful. Danny ain't it. Dear Tony Khan, Danny Garcia is another example of a guy that ain't it that you just won't stop booking. AEW's women's roster is as deep as facts. Facts all day long. That's exactly what it is. It's not deep at all. So Collision on Saturday, we are getting Roderick versus Orange Cassidy. Sorry, the way they had that set up, it felt like, because Mark was doing a lot of the talking, that it was going to be Roddy. There's Darby in the hospital. Not clear to travel, not clear. I hope he is okay. We are hoping to get an update on Darby's status. I hope Darby's okay, man. We talk about Darby a lot, and it's great that he does all these stunts and bumps. But my God, how much are you taking off your life, off your career? I did not realize that Darby was in the hospital. I don't know if this is part of an angle, but I hope he's okay, man. As Don Gallis just stays at commentary. What the fuck are we doing? But I will put the next poll up, ladies and gentlemen. The show rolls on. We are already 38 minutes into this bad boy. Who wins this one tonight? Let me know. Let me know. As Kyle Fletcher taking on. Who's he taking on? I completely blanked on who his opponent was. No, I know who it is. Mr. Kevin Knight. Poor Knight. I almost forgot about him. All right, there you go. Kyle Fletcher's winning this match if there's a just and fair booker and Tony Khan. Thank you for the update on that, though, Damien. Anybody check it out? How many matches Okada has won this year and lost? Gimmicks are a crutch for TK. Gimmicks should be used after you've exhausted all other options. Jose couldn't have said it better myself, my friend. That's it. And again, it has become a crutch. And that's why every Moxley pay-per-view match has been a gimmick match. That's why I think they put Moxley into the classic, because I'll show people I can really wrestle. You can't, and you won't, and you don't, and you suck, and I hate it. I hate all of it. It sucks. It's so bad. But here comes Kevin Knight. He's taking on Kyle Fletcher. This should be a fun match. Me and my girl are more unified on where to eat. I don't know. What do you feel like? I don't know. What do you feel like? I don't know. You want to get a burger? I don't feel like a burger. I don't want to get Italian. Chinese? I know what I want. What do you want? Oh, that ring a bell for anybody out there? Canceled the popcorn, went with the Fritos. What's your favorite snack, KJ, and everyone in the room? Cloud 2. Truthfully, if you said, like, you get to pick one snack, like, I'm an absolute cookie whore. Pause. You can take that any way you want to. Cookie. Yeah, like, I like sweet over savory. So, chips are fun once in a while. Nice to have a snack. I love fucking popcorn, especially homemade popcorn when you pop it, like, in a pot and you put, like, fucking seasoning and shit in the oil. Oh, it could be so good. But if I had to choose, if this was like your last show you're ever going to watch and you get a snack to watch it, it'd be some form of cookies. Let's go. Back in middle school, my backyard wrestling championship was called the Undignified Title. Not bad, Guardian. Welcome. I once competed in basement championship wrestling. And yes, we stole the second part from someone else. Who does everyone think the Statlander face next to the World Championship? Ooh, that's a valid question. Anybody feel like there's somebody coming up? Again, they haven't really. This is the whole Mercedes Vortex problem. You got into it with Mercedes. Now we're out of it. Where do we go? Kyle, 87%. 8% for Knight. and 4% for a draw. Heavy favorite. Mercedes can take your company's belt for the cost of $25K. Yeah, facts. Sam, welcome back, sir. Super Daisy. I will always acknowledge KJ. Let's fucking go. Super Daisy, as always, it's a pleasure. And every other form of your particular name. I would never stoop so low. I hate cage match is awful. Listen, I completely and 100% agree with you. However, unless you want to go to Wikipedia or wherever else, it is a good site for stats. Anybody that tries to weaponize voting on cage match is a fucking moron. Sorry, it's facts. You're dumb. There's nothing to help us there. What are you doing? Again, oh look, this match got so many fucking. Are you kidding? There was 6 votes. 6 votes. It's sad. It's sad. It's not good. It's the same thing as when people try to weaponize Meltzer stars. It's fucking dumb. As expected, we are off and running with this one. Couple quick reversals, couple arm drags, couple slips, but they recover really well. Oh, Fletcher bails out on the drop kick. Nice start to this one. Titles are only unified if both titles were at the stake in the specified unification match. They are not unified just because one person holds them both. Exactly, Big Dog. So you held a unification match. You told everybody, Kenny Omega, Okada, unification. No, it was just title versus title. See? Again, Tony loves doing things that sound great. Doesn't necessarily follow through. The actions and the words don't exactly match at times. That's a problem. OC actually made me chuckle a little at the end. I missed him. Sorry, my guy, but I'll take your word for it. AEW could do a Women's Continental Classic as their roster is deep and good enough. Problem is no one cares about most of them due to the lack of booking. Valid argument, and I don't want to shoot you down completely, but I do think there's a big drop off. You get your Tony Storm, stats good. Mercedes isn't the best in ring, but she's okay. But then I think yeah, sure. Thunder Rosa would be good. I haven't seen her in fucking 2 years. Megan Bain's not a great wrestler. She's very green, makes a lot of mistakes. Penelope Ford's better than people think she is, but she just needs to be given more time to prove it. It's close, right? Your argument's not completely. I can't completely dismiss your point. The word deep is a problem for me. Pause on that. But I don't believe it's a deep roster. I feel like the drop off is fucking huge. If you will go across the street to the other company, and I hate doing it, but if you do, you can list off 10 ladies before you get to and then this person, right? There's a big difference. I don't think that top level talent, AEW has a lot of strong women. Roddy showing heel tendencies again. I like heel Roddy. I think Roddy's a great wrestler. I don't know how much I care about the conglomeration at all. But right now we are in picture, ladies and gentlemen. I will take a moment as I got somewhere around triple digits hanging out with us. If you can hear my voice right now, hit subscribe, hit share, hit like, take our link, send it to your friends. Save your friends from bad reaction, bad streaming, and bad coverage. Bring them to the Wrestling for Life Network. Join the Wrestling Fans United. Be a part of all the fun, all the shows. We watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. More original content, more members only, more interviews, more coming your way as soon as we can, including through December. We got the year-end awards, the year-end review. We got it all. We got so much coming your way, folks. So make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. We are growing fast. We are pumped about it. We want to hit that 10K. So, again, any help you can offer us, it's always appreciated. AEW has an underrated women's division, but half of them don't get booked. So Richard kind of echoing the other sentiment, and maybe that is the issue. Maybe there are enough women that if given the opportunity, they would be better. They would stand out. Willow's really good. You're not wrong. Yeah, I just think there's a big drop-off. I don't think Sky is a good wrestler. I don't think Julia Hart's a good wrestler. I don't think Harley Cameron's a good wrestler. They look good and fans like them. I don't think they're good wrestlers. That's why they get put in gimmick matches a lot. But maybe if they got booked better, I would be a believer. I would come around. Maybe you're right. OC, I got that one. Let's go. He's a damn plumber. Newport City Nightmare. He is a damn plumber. That's facts. Jose, TK is a gimmick. Yeah, kind of, right? Kyle can't be forgotten. He's one of the few people in AEW has going for it. Again, this is a guy that if you pushed him to the moon and made him stand out, put him on posters, he's a guy that could really, he's young. He's a good-looking guy. Got his shit together. He's athletic. He looks like a professional athlete. Right? But you got to make him feel that way. It's up to the booker to take his natural attributes and amplify that. Make us believe that this guy's a superstar. And instead, he's been meddling in the middle with fucking Callis for how fucking long? Kyle Fletcher versus Rico on paper is money. In reality, it's Bodie. In reality, it should be fucking dope. It really should be. Kevin Knight is easily forgettable unless he's out there with the old school kickball Mike Bailey. Kevin Knight, to me, is a young guy that would have done really well in NXT, would have done really well going through developmental, would have done really well. You know, look, to me, he feels like Leon Slater, Javon Evans. Kevin Knight is a guy that could be in that kind of position. He's on AEW, so he's average like everybody else. Remember when RoboCop shot that guy in the... yeah, okay. Maybe. I do, though. I do remember that. Where's...
5:30, shots fired. Can we get an EMS code 3, Washburn 51st Street? We got one down.
One down. And yeah. Big dog, I'm a Sherbert guy. Sherbert. That's what Ernie. That's what. Do you want ice cream? Sherbert. Got it. Sherbert's awesome. And specifically, lime green sherbet, if you can find it, is fucking dope. I can't get it very many places, but when you do, it's fucking awesome. Thekla versus Stat. Thekla is a woman. Again, I think Thekla came in with like, oh, she got suspended for beating up her old boss and she's crazy. Da-da-da. But I think her introduction to the company has been very lackluster. Jamie Hayter's all but been forgotten as of late. Okay. Stat versus Thekla. I mean, Stat versus Thekla is I'm okay with. So, again, maybe with better book, I could see maybe they're not that far off. I just think there's a big drop-off. Willow should get the world title shot. Willow should get more love than she is. To me, Willow is Hugger Bailey. That's it. My ex used to just let me decide where to eat as long as I would stop for flan after. Flan, is that a euphemism, my guy? What are you saying? Little jiggly flan for her? Oh, what's up, Tanisha? Welcome, welcome. Josh, welcome back. I acknowledge the Triangle of Madness. Okay, what's up, Christopher? Feel like it's been a hot minute. Corey, let's be real. Half of the chat didn't know that popcorn could be cooked in a pot on a stove. Corey, no, come on now. Making me feel old. You cook it on the pot on the stove. That's the best way to do it. A buddy of mine that I worked with, his mom would bring in buckets of fucking popcorn and we'd fight over it. We'd take it home and shit. If done right, it's a beautiful thing. I don't use Cage Match for the stats. I just want to know the records. Where else do they keep them? A steel cage match, and it's made out of aluminum. Kyle going to the... Oh, no. Knight going to the top. I haven't talked about this match a lot. But Kyle up. Again, at least the crowd's excited for Kevin. They're booing Fletcher. And I really wish fucking Callis would get off commentary. Daniel's not great on it either. What did Jose say? I don't care. Tony Khan, not a fucking clue. What's next for Statlander? LOL. These shows are booked the day before at best. I don't disagree with that, right? Like that becomes part of the problem. It becomes evident in the booking. Like I said, why would you program a show? Why would you produce a show when you're looking at your sheet for the night? Why would you go backstage, 3 in a row? Why couldn't you sprinkle them elsewhere? To me, that screams, not having foresight. As he goes coast to coast, Kevin Knight going back up to the top and said this was going to be match of the night. The crowd's getting into it. Tony Khan is racist for not giving. Knock that off, Chris. That's silly. Don't be silly, Chris. You're smarter than that. I'm sure you're kidding, but that's they're saying it was certainly coast to coast match of the week candidate. You might be right. They cut off my foresight when they oh, poor guy. Just a spot fest. There's zero fluidity to the match and barely paid attention. And you can tell, Rance, like, again, I've said it from day one, as we get the brain buster, nice sharp brain buster, and as expected, Kyle Fletcher finds the dub. Yeah, if I'm talking to you guys a lot and not talking about what's behind the screen, generally means there's not a lot pulling me into it. I think what the hell did I just do? There we go. First time I saw the beginning of Scream, I was like, what is Drew Barrymore doing? That's not how you cook popcorn. Jiffy Pop is the shit, man. Let's go. Come on, Jose. She just really liked Flan. All right. Okay. All right. Flan is disgusting, bro. I'm guessing that's, she's an ex, right? Jello Flan. Flan's gross, right? Is Bailey coming to AEW? She could. To me, Bailey is somebody that makes sense to go to AEW. She's later in her career. She's kind of feels like she's ran out of good favor. I love Bailey in a lot of ways, but I think she would be somebody that would bring some legitimacy to AEW. As Callis is now in the ring, and this has become like the Death Rider Don Callis show again. We have the Callis family bitches. Josh Alexander and Hitchichero bring out the money, the cash, I guess the bucks left. They are actually promoting Ring of Honor pay-per-view the Wednesday before the Friday pay-per-view. I guarantee you there's a percentage of this chat that had no idea there was a Ring of Honor pay-per-view coming this week. Tell me when I'm telling lies. I love Rainbow Sherbet. Good stuff. Gelato's great. Must have been a pea shooter. All right. Logan, why put Mox and Claudio in the same league if you don't have a plan for an interesting angle? We'll see what Tony does. Again, common sense would tell you they're having this match to create something. But I also know AEW and I know Tony Khan very well. They could just be having a match to have a match. Let's go. Folks, we go to commercial break. Kyle Fletcher gets the win. The cliffhanger going to commercial is Don Callis is in the ring with the money with Josh Alexander, Hitchichero, and Kyle Fletcher. And again, I guess the Young Bucks segment is coming up. So time for everyone to stretch their legs, take a pee, and feel better about life before this happens. But I will take a second to remind everybody, get your merch. The store link's down below. We got all types of shit, more shit coming your way. Go check it out. Hoodies, tank tops, multiple colors. We have our tour shirts, which the 2025 one needs to drop. If we just remind the guy who does that, Wrestling Fans United, join us. And of course, tomorrow, the Dirt Sheet Debate, 8 p.m. we go live. We will be here tomorrow night to talk all about some of the hot topics in wrestling, including TNA's new TV deal. It's going to be a hot one. Who is the real number 2? We will find out. Who does number 2 walk for? We'll find out. We're going to talk all about it. I'm at a C so far. Fair enough. Newport, good match there, but good. Damn, why do AEW matches have to be overdone so much? So I thought the match had moments. Match of the week, no, I feel like it could be match of the night. I kind of thought it might be match of the night. However, I think at the end of the day, Newport, it becomes I think you get the extra stuff in a lot of cases because this is how they've did. Like, you're gonna take a loss, but we're gonna try and make you look really cool before you take that loss. You know, and so in their head, we see it all the time. Like, a guy gets absolutely obliterated, but he gets up and the crowd goes wild to only get fucking smoked and then fucking, then eat the pin. But it's like he was really tough right before he lost. I guess it happens all the time. They don't know how to get the fuck out of things. They get in, don't know how to get out. Yeah, Jose, don't remind me. I'm trying to distract myself. Young Bucks segment next. Yeah, no one cares. A Bucks feud, I could care less. KJ, you and Nick, limited edition bobbleheads. Lots of things are in the works. Stay tuned. Again, we're just a little engine that could. We're trying to, get all our sense in order and make it all make sense. The more love, the more support, the more people, the more things like bobbleheads, T-shirts, jerseys. Still kind of working on a jersey deal. But yeah, we got plans. We got hopes. We got vision boards. We want it all to come true. So yes, stay tuned. Go to commercial break mid promo, right? Now, again, fair is fair rant. A lot of people complain about the WWE and where they put their commercials. And again, you have somebody come out and you go to commercial and then you do a backstage and then someone else comes out and you go to commercial. I know WWE is terrible for it. But let's be fair. You bring out Callis after, we've had nothing but Don Callis for the last half hour. And then you go to commercial, leaving them standing in the ring. You're like, fuck. Yeah, and this way, all the way around. Let it burn, boys. Let's go. We haven't invented the technology yet. What did see money? Yeah, it would be a mess around here if we had. What match was matches of the week so far? What do we have on Monday? I feel like Monday had really stepped it up. You might have to remind me. The vitamins are strong. Here comes the Bucks. Sans music. And here they go. So I guess we got babyface Bucks, as we've kind of alluded to. Super kicks. Everybody down. Setting it up. BTE. Oh, wow. The badass Bucks just show up and clean house. My God, the Don Callis family sucks. It's always after me, Lucky Charms. It's because they're magically delicious, folks. Okada, who was a member of the Elite, lays out one Buck, flips the bird to the other Buck. And Josh with the chop block. Kenny. Remind me of something that happened on Monday. I feel like Monday had good matches. First, Jay Wrestler. Rest in peace, Larry. CM Punk, dog died. Second, the hoodie man at War Games is Austin Theory. First, T's and P's. Larry's gotten so much love as here comes Jurassic Express. What is this about? Fucking Luchasaurus struggled getting in the ring. And the dinosaur clearing house. So are we going to get the assisted old school into a moonsault. Down goes everybody. And Lucha gets kicked in the nuts. Fucking yes. I'm actually happy about that. Are you interested? Briscoe versus Garcia? No. Daniel Garcia. Oh, it's Jack Perry's eating the finger. You heard me.
Would you like butter on that, sir?
You get some butter on that finger, Okada. Oh. Now people are murmuring, Kenny, we need Kenny. This is the brawl that doesn't end. As like just out of the woodworks, like it's fucking Narnia. More and more fucking members of Callis come running out. Let's go. Another one. Why don't you all come out together? Why are you coming in waves? Like it's fucking Normandy, you fucking dummies. And now Don Callis is laying waste to, I believe, Matthew. And oh my God, I would fucking kill him. Matt Jackson, 100%. Oh, sorry, Nick Jackson. Why did you wait so long, Kenny? Why is there no rest? Why is there no bell? Why is there no urgency? Why did he lick his finger and stick it in his eye? I don't give a fuck if it's a work or not. You lick your finger and stick it in my eye, I'm going to fuck you up for it. That's gross. We don't know where fucking Callis' finger's been. We have a few guesses, and it's gross. The fuck are we doing? Kenny, clear his house. Guns up. So are we setting up like an anarchy in the arena, stadium stampede, the holiday bash, winter's coming? Is that what we're going to get? A 5-on-5 stadium stampede? And Hitchichero, oh no, that's not even Hitchichero. That's fucking evil hologram. Remember how stupid that is? And this is the moment where if you tune in, you're watching AEW going, what the fuck is this shit? It is the guys that Tony loves the most that make this show the shittiest. Tell me I'm wrong. Here they are. What took Kenny so long? Where was Kenny? He licked his finger and stuck it in his eye. What the fuck? Jurassic Express, the Young Cucks, Jack Perry eating the finger. Come on. This segment already overbooked. Where's Takeshita? Are we going back to some sort of feud with We've never left it. Kid, I agree, man. It's never stopped. As I think up next, we are getting the death match. How is that not main eventing? How are you going to follow a death match with Moxley and Claudio, the most boring shit on the planet? What the fuck are we doing? Come on. Well, wet Willie in the eyeball, though. That's gross. I don't want whatever you got. They love biting people in this company. I don't get it. The biting in the forehead, the biting in the face. It used to be like one guy that was known for biting. It was like George Animal Steel. Throwback for the young folk. But yeah, what the fuck are we doing? Finger bang in his eye. Yeah, it's like a fucking Don Callis licks his finger and Kenny's like, that's my cue. What the fuck are we doing? Don doesn't lick his finger for anyone but me. I'll be right back. It went way too long. You did it in fucking spurts. It makes no fucking sense. Like I said, you're coming in waves. Why? Holy fuck. And now we're going to do a death match? Holy fuck. How do you do this match now? You can only win by submission or knockout, folks. I will put a poll up, but what the fuck are we doing here tonight? This show's so good. KJ, they're on the greatest run they've ever had. These shows are so good. The worst part of the shows are Tony's best friends. They're killing the fucking show. As they always do. Tony and Mina taking on Megan. Like, why is this? Why are they doing a semifinal death match? Is it not unfair to have a death match in one semifinal and a normal match in the other semifinals? All right, poll going up. Y'all can let me know who's going to go to the finals. I have an idea that they set this up as a death match because this is, again, another attempt to protect certain people. So if you put them in a death match, it kind of gets them around it. KJ, thought on NJ to WWE. Super chat. Thank you so much, Denisha. We greatly appreciate it. I think it's phenomenal. I think Anna Jay's a star. She just needs training. She needs to learn the craft. And I think if you're a young wrestler, you have an opportunity. I mean, you could technically, if lucky, sign with WWE. Say Anna Jay goes to NXT, works there for a couple years, or like develops more, and maybe she never gets a big run, but her contract comes up. She'll just turn around and go back to Tony, but now she's better at her job. I think it's win-win. I think it's genius. So what I think MJF should have done with his last contract is sign with the Fed. If it doesn't work out in 3 years, go back to the dub. But we are off and running. We got a death match, a holiday death match. Meanwhile, we have a show coming up in a couple weeks called the Holiday Bash. Why not save the holiday death match for the Holiday Bash? Is that too sensible? This is a death match, a holiday death match. Why would the baby faces choose a death match for a stip? Makes, again, why? You're right, C-Money. You're going up against Shafir and Bane. Bane is a big lady who looks like a powerhouse, looks like a fucking goddess. Shafir is a legitimate badass that will fuck your shit up, and you choose to have a death match? Isn't that something the heels oppose upon the baby face? Right? I get you. I get you. Again, I want the show. The show's not boring. The show's gone quickly, but none of this makes sense. The formatting is fucked. Again, the buck stops with Tony Khan. Tony Khan is the guy in control, and I don't give a fuck what he says. And he said it several times lately in interviews. Well, you know, people are really excited about this. Tony does something, and then the people also in Gorilla go, oh, that was really good, Tony. Oh, see, everybody loves it. No, Tony's not looking at the broader world. He is stuck in this little fucking chasm, and you can make all your jokes you want, but he just boils it down and thinks, like, there is nobody around him willing to look him dead in the face and go, what the fuck are you doing? The only thing stopping AEW from being better is Tony Khan at the end of the day. And that's why in 2023, you were in bigger venues. In 2023, you were selling more tickets. In 2023, you were selling more merch. In 2023, you were doing better. Early 2023, your TV ratings were higher. And it's done nothing but get smaller and smaller and smaller. But let's ignore all that because my friends say I'm doing good. The billionaire's friends are telling him he's doing a great job. What the fuck are the odds? Another death match for no fucking reason. This is supposed to be a serious tournament for a title belt. And right now, we have a death match going on and a lady being choked out with a plastic candy cane. This is a gimmick match you do before Christmas with people we don't give a fuck about. Right? And they botch a fucking suplex. And Mina might have actually really hurt her wrist. Faces should be like, I can beat you. Yes. Yes. Holiday death match with no holiday. Facts. Apparently all of December qualifies. Once again, thank you so much, Denisha. We greatly appreciate it. And I think Anna Jay going to WWE, if it's true, she'll be a fucking star. An absolute star. She's beautiful. She's got will. We've seen Anna Jay outwork her actual ability. By the way, we got blood. Big Tony. It's the effort that counts. Try harder. What makes me mad, Big Tony, now that you're here, is the fact that you just there is help out there. And as the boss, as the guy with billions of dollars, you can employ people, and then as like the head guy, you get to take credit for all the hard work they do. It's kind of how companies work. Yet you want to take all the fucking shots, and you're just brick. And then you're like, oh, but we did good. We did good. We went 1 for 30 tonight from the floor. Did good. We tried. I don't get it. I really don't. 90% of AEW is Don's family. Don's family, the Death Riders, and then the conglomeration eat up like a chunk of the fucking show. And then you sprinkle in the Elite, which is a mess. So, yeah. Can we have some solo heels? Yeah, apparently not. All the heels in AEW are fucking, they need friends. You got a friend in me. AEW is one injury away from being a good promotion, and that's if the mercy blast TV. I like it. Funny comment. We don't wish any ill on Tony at all. He needs a smack upside the head. I think this is the dilemma when you're so rich that nobody wants to tell you the truth, right? I feel like it is. Like if you ever spend an hour walking around with your fly down and nobody told you, they ain't your real friends. Somebody should have told you. And I feel like Tony's flies down all the fucking time, and no one's willing to tell him, hey, boss, I told you before, it's the Emperor's New Clothes. If you don't get that reference because I'm old, he's basically not wearing any clothes, but he thinks everyone's like, oh, you look great. You look great. Yeah, no, it's crazy. 10-man tag match loading. Yeah, it's going to be, Damien, I can almost guarantee it's going to be it's going to be Stadium Stampede or Anarchy in the Arena or fucking Insanity at the Igloo. Like, it's going to be fucking something. As we go back from picture in picture to the death match, Tony and Mina in matching gear. Yes, that's a positive, I suppose. Why would the babyface? I got that one. Jay Wrestler, 90% of AEW is Don's family. Yeah. That doesn't like, yeah, no. And again, when you have like Toni Storm, whose big thing is she's like this crazy person that's kind of stuck in multiple personalities. Mina's like this dainty, I want to be a pop star. Why would they choose a death match against these fucking killers? And if that was the case, you should have had them win at Full Gear and say, we demand a death match because we're going to fucking murder you. Oh, Dark Order. When did we see the Dark Order? That was fucking Hitchichero and fucking Dark Halo or Dark fucking Hologram. As we got a frying pan and a chair. We're going for a concerto and they miss and hit each other because they're fucking idiots. And then she eats a drop kick to the face with the chair. Still, by the way, Shafir is bleeding. Obs first, Dark Order up next. Is that for reals? Did I miss that? And we got a pile driver through a table on Megan Bain. Oh. Tony grabbing her neck. Mina's got tape, but they're literally zooming in on her talking. Megan Blaine says Excalibur. The F are we doing? I don't know. This is fucking horrendous. And this is where the fucking sickos just fucking fill tube socks and tell everyone that it's the best wrestling in the world. This is not real pro wrestling. This isn't like ECW. This isn't like CZW. This is not good professional wrestling. It's a fucking shit show. It is a garbage. It is fucking a waste of my time. As now Mina using a pool cue on Shafir. Like, what are we doing? And how do we make someone like Shafir look like such a fucking waste? How violent the women's division has become. Shut up, Tony. Fucking idiot. Tony, Mina gets 82% as they should. A serious death match with Candy Canes. Again, what bothers me about this death match right now more than anything else, you want me to take the women's tag titles seriously. So have a serious professional wrestling tournament. Don't do gimmicks. Don't do the extra shit. As Mina comes off the top, does exactly kind of similar to what we saw Jack Perry do 3 minutes ago, which is great. Tony Khan does not like story-driven wrestling. He wants spot matches, exhibition matches. He gives talent freedom to do what they want because he doesn't know how to book. Yeah, all the above in a lot of ways, right? And he doesn't notice, oh, what the fuck was that? And then, yeah, like we just perfectly set up a spot. Bane, who hasn't moved since taking a pile driver through a fucking table. Mina goes for the pin. Bane gets back in, throws Tony on top of the pin, and now we're all standing still and being bored again. Mina might actually really be hurt. She's doing all right, but I'm worried about her well-being. Bane sets it up, and then we get a fucking spear through a quarter of the table because, again, we're tiny. Fucking stupid. The Elite break up and get back together more than a toxic couple. Facts. Welcome back, Keyshawn. No sign of Hurt Syndicate in weeks. They won't show up unless you have something good for them. And they didn't win the national title, so fuck it. I want to be that rich. I do. I want to be so rich that people will stop telling me the truth. Right? I can't get away with wearing a fucking stupid shirt without one of my brothers or one of my friends or one of y'all out there going, what are you wearing? But this motherfucker can book a whole show backwards and nobody, yeah, we're doing great. Oh, Tony. The last check cleared. You're still awesome. Here comes fucking Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. And the biggest pop of the night is for Santa. Now, again, serious pro wrestling, folks. Santa is in our death match. Luther! And he flips the bird. Stole Okada's gimmick. Gives Tony the shoe to the forehead. Shafir barely registers. And we get a roll-up win. The second roll-up win of the night. And that fucking sucked. Fucking sucked. And if you can hear my voice right now and you want positivity and happiness, this is not the place for it. If you want to hear the truth, fine. I'll tell you the truth. This is fucking embarrassing. I don't know how to explain to somebody why I watch pro wrestling with this on my TV. It doesn't help the brand. You tell me you have talented wrestlers, let them wrestle. That was not a good match. It was boring. It was full of spots. And in between the spots, it was full of nothing. And the big pop is Luther came back in Santa Claus. She barely hit her in the forehead. And a badass like Marina Shafir goes down to a roll-up. So Tony and Mina will be in the finals next week. That winner is coming. Anybody know why they didn't have the finals of this tournament at the pay-per-view? Why couldn't you make this tournament blow? Like, why have a stipulation match and not just get to the fucking finals? But here comes a video replay of what's happening with Hayter and Thekla and all these other girls. The funny part is that Callis family has enough people in it to do the NWO takeover, where they go for all the belts, yet they are where wrestlers with no creative go. That is the dilemma. Death Riders could have been something very cool. The idea of the Death Riders, and I'll say it straight out, Dark State is a better Death Riders. Dark State do what Death Riders want to do better than Death Riders do it. And I'd go toe-to-toe with anybody in that argument. I don't care who dislikes the Dark State. Dark State does the Death Riders better than the Death Riders do, period. Don Callis family has 14 members, 13 members. I don't fucking know. They have every opportunity, like you said, to run this show, to walk in the building and just take names and kick asses. And I am about to get a Dark Order match. And you know why they booked this Dark Order match here? because they need a buffer between a death match and a boring main event. You are killing your audience. You are ass backwards in the booking. Hangman Page, are we running back some type way? Why? All right, so not Stevie Richards says to Hangman, don't get involved. Don't ruin this for us. We never get on TV. Don't ruin our chance to get seen by the world. The fact that Dark Order is even getting booked on Dynamite, get the fuck out of here, folks. When people want to shit on the WWE for who they book, you gotta remember, you gotta, like, before you throw that stone, look around. And if you look around and you see glass, that's your house. Don't throw the stone. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hold on. Because as much as you want to criticize the other company to make you feel better about your company's doing real bad shit. And anybody out there right now who's listening to me and you say, oh, this guy's crazy, this guy's wrong, this is a great wrestling show. We're just not looking for the same things. We're not hoping for the same things when we turn on Dynamite. Everyone saw me when I started this show every Wednesday. Let's go, pom-poms. I'm so excited. What are we going to do? And then by an hour in, Tony, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? We're literally getting Dark Order coming out in a trios match. The trios division doesn't fucking matter. Dark Order doesn't fucking matter. I didn't even know they were still in the fucking company. Like, what are you doing?
You gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Right? Ops face. What the fuck are we doing? It says on Collision. They're coming out now. What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. Why are we doing this? Again, why did a semi-final tournament match have to be a death match? And a bad death match. It was boring. It is fucked. I have beautiful women beating each other with sticks, and it's boring. Right? Am I right? Am I wrong? What are we doing? Fucking boring. Frying pan reminds me of the Doomsday Cage. That went over my head, Christopher. You might have to fill me in on that one later. Are we more critical of wrestling in AEW because the sicko's always bragging about how much better it is? Yes. And I've talked about this before, Jose. Not necessarily, but I think because they are so defiant. And like Tony said, a lot of people pick on us. I think you created your own fucking problems. When things were going really well in AEW, they got very braggy. And I was there. I watched every minute. I was part of it. Like, I was like, this is so fucking good. I started a fucking YouTube channel because I hated Jim Cornette. It's fucking crazy to hear me sit here now, all these years later, and say what I say, because going back to the beginning, I was nothing but love for this company. The sickos have created a problem for themselves. And the biggest thing I noticed with the sickos is they brag about things that aren't really braggable. And that drives you nuts. Because if you're a normal, rational person, so it is our main event. But if we have, if you're bragging, you make rational people feel crazy when we're like, well, we just watched that and it wasn't what you're saying it was. And then you had guys like Jericho, Dave Meltzer, Tony Schiavone, Tony Khan, other wrestlers, other sickos. And it was the idea of, this is the best wrestling you've ever seen. And if you don't agree with that, fuck you, you're dumb. And that's where it stopped. Dave Meltzer started pulling up bullshit things. Oh, AEW fans are more educated. AEW fans are smarter. AEW fans have more money. Really? Really? As Mercedes Moné is here. But, and the second part of that is, they are very aggressive. A lot of the sickos are very insecure. They are very, and again, if you're a sicko and you can hear me right now, I'm telling you to your face, you guys are insecure. You have a complex. You are so hell-bent on your favorite wrestling being number one that you don't even really online especially focus on what your company's doing. You spend 90% of your time trying to pull down other companies. And if anybody needs an example, I'll give you one from this week. I'll give you one from the last 24 hours. TNA announces they are going to AMC, and the sickos came out of the woodwork to shit on it. Why? Because it's insecurity. If you're confident in what you do, you don't need to brag. If you're confident in what you do, you don't need to put out tweets like Tony does 24 times a fucking hour about how great they are and what a great show. And this is an awesome, justified, this is awesome. It is insecurity. It's childishness. It's a lack of confidence in what you're putting forward. And that's what causes a lot of the strife. People, I believe, there are times where I'm rooting for AEW to do bad just so I can say, fuck you to select sickos out there. I don't want AEW to fail. I don't want AEW to do bad. I don't want AEW to struggle. I want AEW to do great, because the better they do, it forces Triple H to fucking get off his ass and book proper. TNA getting a TV deal forces everybody to take notice, gives everybody another option. The more options we have as fans, the better the wrestling has to be from the individual shows. Because if you shit the bed too much, too long, you will lose fans. And AEW has proven it time and time again. And somehow Tony and the sickos want us to ignore everything that we witness in front of our very fucking eyes. I witnessed full buildings going nuts, sold out, jacked shows, fans losing their mind, to small little bingo halls in a matter of a couple years. I've witnessed the ratings, oh my God, I'm the demo god. We hit 1 million. To being celebratory on, we did 600,000. Fuck you, NXT. What do you mean, fuck NXT? I thought you were competing with the big boys. That's the dilemma. That's the problem. And Jose gets the point for, creating the best rant of the night out of my head. There goes the table. I'm way behind. I want to be so right, like fuck. Right? You want to be so rich where you're like, doesn't this sound good? That's how, fucking rich people start like, I'm going to be a music star. And they start fucking, no, you can't do that. They just don't have good friends to tell them to stop. I wish I knew. One of the best parts of AEW is the Hurt Syndicate, and they haven't been around. Santa. Serious pro wrestling is kind of an oxymoron, don't you think? No, but I get what you're saying. That's kind of funny, sir. No, but you got to be, serious pro wrestling, it's like anything else, right? It's like any other form of entertainment. If you don't take it serious, then what are we doing about it? So I get you. Funny, Michael. Not quite. Has anything on this show so far been better than Braun's promo and Raw? No, Braun cooked. Braun murdered. The John Cena matches on Monday were good. I thought Raw overall was meh, but I thought they got in some good matches. Again, a lot of this was
shit.
This show is a -2 out of 10. Klaatu going early. Be honest. Have you or have you not dressed up as a mall Santa? I have never dressed up as Santa. I've worn a hat and put some rosy cheeks on. I think there's a picture on my wall over here of me and Mrs. Claus. But it's got to be a thing. I'm already partway there, right? I just got to undye or re-dye or never mind. That's personal. The stipulation ruined it. Cornette review on this. Yeah, he's gonna say all the shit I say. That's why it's crazy. I just said it. Like, I started wrestling coverage because I wanted to tell Cornette to go fuck himself. And now, you pretty much just heard Cornette literally is getting to the point where he's just like, it sucked. I don't even want to talk about it. Like, he's been beating the drum for so long that I feel like he's wearing out. Right? The latest edition of the Experience, we're just going to do a special show. It's a holiday, and fuck it. We're so sick of reviewing the wrestling. But you just heard it. You heard everything he's going to say here, folks. Corny, not for title, I believe. Not. It's like I lost you in the end there, Jay. Dark Order, bro, why? Why is this match at all happening? The crowd is fucking silent. Honestly, though, tell me if I'm wrong right now, guys. Can you hear your TVs? Is it me or is the crowd silent? And the Dark Order gets a bigger pop than the Ops. Now, I don't expect the Ops to get a babyface pop, but they should get booed, right? No pop, none. I'm not putting a fucking poll up for this one. I don't have the effort. Why is everyone quiet? They are fucking, and this is what kills me. We watch these AEW shows, and the fans will go, "Oh man, it was amazing. I was there. It was so good." Why are y'all quiet? What are you so quiet about? Did Minotoni? I love that name. That's so good. Minotoni win? Yes, they won, of course, against a giant Amazon woman and a legit badass fighter. They decided to go for a death match and beat them. But we are off and running, and after a death match that was chaos, a trios match that starts outside the fucking ring. At least get in position. Simple. Like, at least get into the starting blocks. AEW so much, it would be like going to a fucking horse track and 3 of the horses start the fucking thing up the quarter mile. What are we doing? Get everybody in the spot. 2 guys on each apron. 1 guy in the ring, another guy in the ring. Ding, ding. Then you have your fucking, no, fuck it. Have you had enough? And I said this 2 weeks ago, and Nick laughed at me. Tony, lean into it. Fuck it. Go full out. Go full mental case. Just do it all. Everything's a brawl. Every fucking, you know what you guys should do? Dismantle the fuck. You guys don't even need the fucking ring. As Hook hooks up John Silver and chucks him. Yeah, why are we so quiet? AEW is a national TV show which billionaire books his my GM in real life with FU money from his inheritance and family wealth. You're not wrong at all. This fire burns. And again, straight up, I'm a hater because that is fun. Like, I wish I was born to a millionaire daddy and I could play all my fantasies out. Here's a football team. Here's a soccer team. Here's a fucking wrestling league. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, again, I'm jealous. I will admit it. But here you are, supposed to be the savior of wrestling. You were going to bring real pro wrestling back. Save us from the big bad Fed. And you just fuck it up at every chance you get. And won't listen to anybody about it. Won't take anyone's advice. I'm the guy. I'm the only one there every week. The fuck are we talking about? Cornette stopped caring about modern wrestling a while ago. Yes, you were not wrong. But the thing is, you know, I mean, he's built his kind of little, you know, gym empire over the last couple years on a lot of the criticism of modern pro wrestling. I think Jim's getting to a point, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to speak on behalf of Jim, but I hear every minute he speaks. I feel like he's getting tired of it. He's older gentleman. He loves being out in the yard with his, you know, with the nature and the animals, and he loves. Again, I think he's had a long-standing frustration with modern wrestling. I do think at times he's found things that work, but ultimately, like, I'm in picture. I got the small picture on my screen with the wrestling in it, and I can see how shit Hook is kicking. You know, our little buddy, the monster. The fuck are we doing? I think he's actually getting a little beaten down by, like, saying the same shit all the time. I know I feel it at times, right? I start a Wednesday, I'm hopeful, and then by the end of the show, I'm fucking, what are we doing? So I get it. But yeah, that's my observation. I think Jim's fading. I don't know how much longer Jim's going to be doing this. Tonight's show was nothing. I mean, nothing but promo from a company whose weakest attribute is promos. It's a good way to put it, sir. But I mean, it hasn't been anything. Yeah. I mean, I thought Kyle Fletcher and Kevin Knight was going to be better than it was. It was okay. Very slow. The Young Bucks, Kenny stuff, all way too long. Again, no thought behind it, no urgency behind it, no trying to make it feel special. Just fucking chaos. Makes no sense. Why would the bad guys come out in waves? Like, what were we doing? Why didn't they all just come out at once? Why did Kenny wait till fucking Callis fingered Matt's eye or Nick's eye or whatever one's eye it was? Everything is great. It's the best year ever. And I think that's where rational, normal people get like frustrated with the scenario, right? And then you hear the critics, the Erics, the Jims, the whoever's, the me, you know, you get to that point where, okay, I'm watching your show. I've watched every minute of your show from the beginning of your show. I've never missed any, you know, even if we don't cover it here, I've never missed a minute of your programming. If I do miss it, I go back and watch it. I've seen it all. I've seen it all. And you're telling me this is the best? Then what the fuck was I thinking 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when I was loving it? And now here I am 3 years removed going, what the fuck are we doing? What has been so special, so amazing, so well put together? If Tony Khan truly thinks that 2025 has been his best, most consistent weekly programming, Tony Khan, again, enough said. I've said it a million times. Tony Khan has so much money, nobody wants to tell him the truth. I will. B44, like the boy band. Half the show was promoting Ring of Honor. Kinda, sorta. But anybody, like, I mean, again, doesn't it feel a little last minute for Ring of Honor? Mercedes defends her title against Mortoast in the bedroom. She goes over every time, too. That's how it goes. KJ promo was better than Mercedes. Well, that's easy to do. She can't cut a promo. I can honestly say, humble brag, without a doubt in my mind, 80% of the fucking AEW roster couldn't cut a promo on me. I mean that. I'm sorry. And I'm just an amateur. I'm just a fucking wrestling fan that talks about it for on the regular. But I would out promo 80% of their roster. Amen. That's how I feel about AEW. Charles, I'm with you, buddy. I hear you. FTR video package. Yeah. So they're bragging about being champs again. So we'll see what goes. I challenged Dax. Dax said he was trying. Dax said he was going to do something. They get the belts. Now I hope they have a booking plan for the champions. Because there is a large collection of boring fucking champions. And even look how embarrassing this is. Look how embarrassing this is. Why did we have this? AW alternate endings week. Dark elevation, baby. Let's go. Never go full Russo. Saw my guy. I can almost hear your voice like raspy through the text. Now Paige said, "I'll wait for the match to end," and he did. And now Paige is here with a chain. And look at this. Don't show that. He is essentially giving him a gentle massage of the shoulder with the chain, and it looks bad, guys. And Shibata takes down Paige. Does this mean we're getting swerved? Didn't we just do this? Didn't all this happen before the match with another group of people? Mama rolling that body. Get out of here. Will you at least get in position? I like it. Fucking hell. Folks, keep chatting. Keep it coming. We got triple digits. I love seeing it. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Don't forget, tomorrow, Dirt Sheet Debate. It's one of our shorter shows. It's a quick hit, but we're going to come in. We're going to give you our 2 cents on a lot of shit that's going on in wrestling and get the foot out. But security. So wait a minute. Time out. Okay. You guys ready? All I know is suplexes. That's all. So your trios champions or part of your trios champions decimate the Dark Order. Hangman comes out with a chain, whoops their ass, they run away because heels love running away in AEW. Security comes out. Now here's my dilemma. Dear Tony Khan, I'm not fucking stupid. The crowd is fucking dead, so I know that I'm not crazy. You have, what was it earlier, 10 men, 11 men run into the ring. You got a guy wet-willing an eyeball. You got brawling everywhere. No security. None. Hangman comes out, starts beating up 3 men, and we go fucking, here comes security. And Paige gets to beat them up. What will the punishment for beating up security? Nothing. Why did security come out then and not earlier? See, that's where you fuck up and you don't know your job, Tony. This is your opportunity as a booker. See, if you had that spot where Nick Jackson's being held and security's trying to get in the ring, but all these peripheral extra guys that are useless in your faction stop security from getting on. They play King of the Hill. And every time a security guard jumps up on the apron, he gets knocked back down. And then you do the eye thing. It makes sense. It feels exciting. It feels like, oh, shit. Instead, 10 guys can fight, no ramifications, and one guy with a chain chasing around 3 idiots that we don't care about, all the security. Do you see the dilemma? I know the sickos don't want to hear this shit. I know the sickos struggle to comprehend this shit. But that's the problem with this. The show is formatted so fucking bad. We go to another backstage. I am so sick of Don Callis. I think I'd rather listen to Fiend on repeat than listen to Don Callis anymore. You heard me.
Shit!
Mm-hmm. Tonight's show, got that one again. Dynamite should be renamed KJ's Descent into Madness. Fuck, it makes me crazy. It makes me crazy because I was such a fan, right? Like, I was such a big fan. And I'm still rooting for it like an idiot. Like, it's like being in a toxic relationship. Like, you know, this week they'll be better. And I still get slapped around. And I'm like, oh, fuck, no, I guess not. Like, it's just toxic because it doesn't change. So Fletcher says, I'm going to bring home the Continental Classic, but Okada's standing there with it. Oh, no, it's staying on Okada's. Well, what? You're in the tournament. I give up. There's a lot of things in modern wrestling that Jim likes. Of course, Rhea, Dom, Breaker, think he really likes Kyle Fletcher too, but thinks he's smack on with a lot of what he says. I think Jim has a very good insight. I do think there's certain things, like Jim, to me, is a little too old school, right? Like Jim's feelings about women's wrestling, I think, is dated. I think that you got to move past. I think he, it wasn't his wife, sort of a wrestler kind of ish. So I don't know why he hates women getting in the wrestling ring so much. That is my one issue. And some of the other stuff, like, he does look back on the modern, as we all do. I look back on the Attitude Era of like the most amazing fucking peak of wrestling. He looks back at his era and thinks like, oh, everything was so great, but there was some really bad shit. Go watch the archives like I have. Go watch Smoky Mountain Wrestling. There's some really bad shit in there that I think if Jim was watching Tony do some of that Smoky stuff, Jim would probably criticize it. But no, everyone's perfect. So again, I respect the guy a lot. I sound like him a lot nowadays for this stuff, but I can't. Not every. I mean, you're not supposed to agree with everyone. What you want to do? My advice to everyone that can hear my voice right now: listen, like with anything, music, podcasts, wrestling, anything. Variety is the spice of life. The more you can take in, the better you are. I can go to a metal concert one month and I'll be going to a hip hop concert next month. It's just, you expand your horizons and then you pick out what you like from each. So Jim's got some good stuff, but other podcasters out there also do. You try and take in as much as you want. This is why I want KJ is Wrestling Zordon. I don't even know how to make that happen. I live for KJ's Wednesday rants. Well, I appreciate it, sir. Sometimes I feel like just a crazy man yelling at a computer. So the fact that y'all enjoy it means a lot to me. And again, I always have a good time letting you know how I feel about the wrestling. Tony is VKM, surrounds himself with yes men, and it's his way, and that's it. With one exception, Dylan. I agree with that statement, but I also believe that Tony Khan's afraid to tell his employees no. And that's the difference between him and Vince. A lot of Tony books more like Vince than Triple H does. And I'll stand on that all day, every day. I've said it multiple times. Tony Khan books more like VKM than Triple H does. However, I think Tony gets himself in a lot of trouble because he wants to be, imagine being a rich kid with not very many friends, being this awkward, nerdy kid that, you know, goes to like all these private schools and, you know, daddy takes care of everything. And then all of a sudden now you're in charge and you have these adults looking at you and you're a 42-year-old kid. You're Tom Hanks in Big. And you got a guy like Moxley, like, I want to do what I want. You're like, all right, John, all right. And I think that's where Tony has gotten himself in trouble is you can't say yes to everybody and you can't 50-50 book everybody. You can't protect everybody. You got to have levels to this shit. And there's no levels to this shit. It's flat. So now we're in the back with Paige. This might be setting the record for the most backstage segments of any show in 2025. Can we get KJ into a post AEW pay-per-view press conference release? We've asked. They've come to my neighborhood. I've asked. Tony Khan and AEW are very, very tricky. They're very careful about who they give the press pass to. They're not going to let me in a room because even if I lie to them to get in the room, I'm going to say whatever I want when I get the chance. We've tried. We've been unsuccessful. I thought because we were a smaller account, we're only growing. That was why. But then I know he's given out some to like shitty nobodies. Hi, I'm from like Wrestling Saga. I'd be like, what the fuck? Who are you? So Kichi is like the Flash Gordon. Ta-da! I don't even know how to take that. What does that mean? AEW has signed Lena Cross. Okay. Get your affairs in order. I honestly think Adam Page is good. He just needs, like, refined. He needs coached. He thinks he's great. But if you add him with somebody that could, like, teach him how to do a promo, and he learned to kind of do more of, like, the tones to a promo, and, like, if you know, instead of yelling the whole time in your face, but if he just kind of leans in and says, come here for a minute, I have an issue with you, and talks to the camera, he'd do so much better. There is an intensity there. But here come the Death Riders again. It has been the night of Don Callis and the Death Riders. And it sucks. I watched Layla Gray's match, Ring of Honor. It was 5 stars. You just set me up. I know you well enough, sir.
Yums.
Yeah, it was.
Yum,
Probably
yums.
all of it. All of them. 4-0, 3-1. What did you get wrong? Instead of going after his belt, Paige is feuding with who? Everybody. He's mad at the ops. So Joe was out there earlier with Eddie. Did Hangman come running out with a chain to go after Joe? No. His partners in crime have a trios match and he comes running out with a chain. Well, why wouldn't you go after the leader? They are literally doing a Renee Paquette like sideline reporter during Moxley's entrance. Okay. Ooh, does MJF work? I hope so. I'm praying that MJF can like inject some fucking life into these shows. AEW lacks personality. It really does. It lacks big, over the top, like fucking. It's just dudes, like and lady, like just dudes and dudettes, just dudes. You get what I mean? Does that make sense? They're just dudes. They're not like overly physically impressive. They're not like super intimidating or imposing. They're just dudes. You know, does that make sense? I love semi-pro Jose. Wait, did someone quote semi-pro and I missed it? Jose always slipping them in. Pause. Semi-pro is fucking great. Oh, you're semi-pro. I appreciate you, sir. I missed that completely earlier. Talk your shit. I'm pissed off. Everybody get along. I fucking love that movie. I haven't seen it in a hot minute. AEW is building FTR versus Bang Bang Gang. Where's Jay White? And again, the best thing FTR has done in the last 2.5 years is a Iron Man match with the Bang Bang Gang. But the Bang Bang Gang can't all stay healthy at the same time, gang. They all out all the time. I don't know what's happening. As we go to CMLL and Claudio beating Ross Sapp's favorite wrestler, I think. AEW All Elastic Wrestling. Yeah. It has no snapback. That's the problem. Instead of going after his belt, I got that one. Yeah, so again, help me make sense of this. Jose, you're here a lot. I know the chat. You can hear me. Imagine this. You have the guy that took your belt and used his friends to get your property. He walks out to the ring, or he walks down your street the next day by himself. Can you not go fuck that guy up? Oh, look, there's Joe. I know where he is. Give my shit back, bro. No, you wait till his 3 friends are hanging out on the block and go fucking pick a fight. Make it make sense. MJ, I hope so. I already said that. That match took, 7 minutes? Was it even needed? It wasn't needed. And we are starting off Claudio Mox, and I guess they're going to go for it. I didn't even pull a poll up. I got to put a poll up real quick. Look at all the Moxleys in the chat. I love it. Oh, so Daniel Bryan, Mr. fucking Hall Monitor, they brought Shafir out to be told to go away. She just lost a death match, and she's here. The fuck are we doing? Anybody get this shit? She was just in a death match, gets up, puts her a new shirt on, and walks Moxley out to the ring. She's not even supposed to be there. Holy fuck, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Marina's finally gone to the back. Shut up. Fucking Daniel. Even Daniel Bryan is getting on my nerves now. All right. I know it's a late poll, but you can get your poll in because we're going to go for a while here. 5 minutes to the top of the hour. We're at least going 5 minutes after the hour. I guarantee it. And right now we're doing a little bit of this magic moment when his lips are close to mine. What is happening? Here we go. Again, I do believe that Moxley reads his own press, and Moxley wanted to be in the Continental Classic to show people, look, I can actually wrestle. You can't. We know you can't. And you're proving it right. AEW does more security beat-up spots than WWE. Oh, for sure. They do it all the fucking time. And they, again, pick and choose when they do it. No Swerve tonight? Nope. Swerve don't give a fuck. Swerve not here. Are they serving alcohol there? I have no idea. Probably. TK at Gorilla. This is great. Right, guys? Right, Tony? You know the fucking, like, the sheep? The gift? Just all the sheep just, that's what Tony. How am I doing? Punk tried to kill me. Yeah. Like, that's, again, you got to, he needs somebody that's not afraid to tell him the truth. Call me.
Shit!
All right, so it's a technical start. Now we go into the corner spots. This is where Moxley will bite him in the forehead. Wait for it. As the heel guy, he's not supposed to do the 10 count with the crowd. You know, generally the heel doesn't get up and do the 10 spot punches. And instead of biting, he twisted his ear. My bad. KJ is like, AEW only gets angry when I don't cook their dinner on time. You don't know AEW like I do. As we go to picture in picture, Jose, you don't know what like I do. Nobody know what like I do. Not nobody. Jim is too old school, and Brian Last doesn't actually watch anything. Yeah, Brian don't like anything. Brian watches clips and reruns or fucking like parts of shows. Again, Brian's a good host. I don't want to give that guy too much of a hard time. And you know, I mean, again, I do believe that Brian is genuine in his opinion. It's just, I mean, Jim's opinion gets valued even more. But yeah, a lot of times Brian's like, I didn't really see that, you know, like. What if we see the finger poke of doom? Listen, I would welcome it if they did the finger poke of doom and then stood in the ring and laughed for the last 3 minutes of the show. Better ending than what we're doing right now, because a typical Moxley match. Anybody guess where the match is? Oh wait, where's the match? We went to picture in picture. Where did the match go? Anybody? Yeah, not in the ring. So I said, fucking what is it, SWG? They use better ring. They use the ring more than fucking AEW. No, right? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Does it make sense now? No! What the fuck are you doing? Killing me, Smalls. Come on now. Come on. KJ, commercial with 2 minutes left. You know how I feel. I mean, I'm already ranting about other shit, so this one's a side thing. You don't, like, fuck off. It's so silly. Thumb war? I declare thumb war. Outside the ring. Yes. You get a gold star. Wait, where's my button? There's got to be a ding button. There's too many buttons. Shit. All right, we'll do this one. There you go. That's the correct answer. I'm just playing with the soundboard now because the show sucks.
Woo!
There you go. Woo! But that's it. Again, typical. You want to show me that you're a really good pro wrestler? Get the fucking ring. Like, it's like someone telling me they're great at hockey, but they only play street hockey. Great. You can run. Can you skate? What the fuck are we doing? But they banned from the yes, I know. So stupid. Everyone's supposed to be banned from ringside, right? All the buttons. I love it. The shocked Moxley. Remember, become a member, folks. You get all the fun emojis. Do we get one more? If we get one more commercial, I'm going to throw up in my mouth. It will not be a 7-minute match as I am working backwards. Claudio for the win. What is the chat saying? 39. Oh, 39, 33. Man, if to get the draw, we got to go in hella into a fucking overrun. What are we doing? How is Marina ringside? Again, how the fuck? Again, it's just things that I wish, and some wrestling fans say it doesn't matter. But if you set John Moxley on fire on Wednesday, he's bleeding. Shut the fuck up. John Moxley comes out of commercial bleeding. I can't do this. Nick is feeling better. I expect to see Nick tomorrow. I think I'd have to shoot him with a trank to get him to not come on tomorrow. So be here tomorrow. Nick will be back. And we wish him nothing but love. I know he's in good hands as Miss Big Nick is taking full care. Big overrun. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, right. Let's go. John Moxley is like, I'll show you I can really wrestle. He got fucking blood in the during a commercial. Does anyone even know what spot opened him up as he gushes all over the mat? Like, he's bleeding more than the ladies that were in the death match, you stupid fucks. I was a street hockey team too. So was I. That's the point, though. And again, no beef with street hockey. The beef is with thinking you can play professional because you played street hockey. Mox is horrible at almost everything in pro wrestling. I don't get it. I don't. Because as a boss, if Tony would just go, you know, this Mox guy's not really selling tickets. This Mox guy's not really doing great for us. let's give this guy a push instead. What is wrong with that? Yeah, no collision tonight. Thank fuck. As we've been in a sleeper for 4 minutes. $20-minute time limit. We're going to stay with this as long as it takes. Why is he bleeding? Fucking hell. Eye poke. Slap. Now they're just really throwing at each other. And this is just boring. The crowd cheered a little for the hockey fight. They've been silent outside of the hockey fight. Fuck, even I lost 15 people because of Moxley. 10-minute overrun for sure. Into the back out of the ring. Yo, Brendan. Over on Twitch. We do have a Twitch. Is Mox taking a break from what? Like a break in the match, a break from wrestling. I wish he would take a fucking break. Have a Kit Kat and go the fuck home for a minute. Take your wife with you. The crowd is horribly quiet. Moxley is gushing all he just can't help himself, guys. And it is so glaringly obvious. And if anyone out there tries to defend this Moxley shit, get the fuck out of here. Honestly, get the fuck out of here. Wait a damn minute. Shafir got juice in her match, and now she's out here with Mox without even a Band-Aid. Yeah. Why would you even send her out with Mox? She lost a death match. Maybe. If Shafir won the death match, she'd be like, oh, I'm cool. I'm good. But put a Band-Aid on. I said it. You set a guy on fire. He showed up into the work fucking 3 days later. Fine. Topless. Fine. Not a burn. Not a scratch. Nothing. The fuck are we doing? Hangman Adam Page, Swerve versus Shibata, Powerhouse Hobbs next week on Dynamite. Swerve wasn't even here tonight. How did did anyone get Swerve's permission on this? Was Swerve involved in the angle? What the fuck? Yeah, oh, look how sloppy that was. Look how sloppy this is. That's embarrassing. There's kids in wrestling training schools that would have done that transition better. But I'm bleeding and I'm badass. Fuck off. Taco Bell got bad. People get really sick. I've never gotten sick from it, and I'm going to risk it. We had Mickie James versus Maki Ito do a 14-minute match with a promo and a singing in the middle of it, and still was better than this. I'm with you, bro. Again, this is the problem. The guy that's leading the charge is shit. So it trickles down. It is simply, utterly
shit.
Thank you. Did I miss anything that I shouldn't have? And anybody see Spaz tonight? Spaz doing okay? How you doing, Spaz? I know he hates AEW. Hangman about Page Swerve. I got that one. Yeah, of course there's an overrun. We're going to go to a fucking draw. As Moxley got another lazy, lay-around, do-nothing chokehold. So you know all the modern fans and all the sickos that say Jim Cornette just wants a fucking, headlocks and holds for 14 minutes. Oh, I present to you John fucking Moxley. So fucking stupid. Oh, thank you. 10 minutes overrun again for sure. Can't do it. Can't fucking book a show to save his life. Can't even format the show sensibly. Tope from Mox. It's more of a fucking, whatever. We're back outside the ring again. And Claudio stopped. Why? And that didn't go good. This is fucking embarrassing. Why is he bleeding? I don't know. Clean yourself off. You're bleeding. Moxley is gushing. Yeah, in a match that doesn't require it. And now Claudio does a European up against the stairs. Why? I don't know. You guys are friends. You guys are friends. They're friends. So if this is just like a respect thing, me and you will go toe to toe in a wrestling match. Why are you breaking out weapons? Another slow spot. Now here goes Moxley. I'm so tough. I'm so bad. I'm so crazy. I can't be beaten. Oh my God, I keep tapping. What? We don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't want to say the other word, but we got to move on from that. I can't even fucking begin to get near that. -1 is better than, yes. Maxine Dupree is a better wrestler than Jon Moxley. Paradigm shift. Is the match over? Probably not. Not even a fun look. Listen, there are golf courses that get better applause, louder applause than what we're getting. He had a paradigm shift and 3 people. One of them was probably his wife. The other was Daniel Bryan. That went. Yeah, right. Even David Arquette could beat Moxley. Yeah, I'm with you. TK, we could sit here for an hour and list off. I'll do this right now. Give me a name that's better than Jon Moxley, or that you think I might consider better than Jon Moxley. Tozawa, Otis, I already named the. What the fuck? Oh my God, it's over. It's over. Claudio, 6 points as he hits a European. That's all it took. That finish was fucking ass. The crowd is quiet. The crowd is fucking dead quiet. You killed your fucking audience. Right? Claudio beats Jon Moxley with a European uppercut, and Shafir is back to console bleeding Mox. Mox spends more time covered in blood than a fucking tampon. It is fucking ridiculous. Fuck, getting Moxley some fucking wings, he'd be a pad. We're getting a draw. No. Listen, I thought we were getting a draw. Wow. This is... Can Moxley go on a fucking vacation now? Yeah, no. You put him against a fucking set of stairs. He hit you with uppercut. No, that didn't end it. You hit a paradigm shift. That didn't end it. One fucking soft-looking uppercut. Half the match was out of the ring. The part that was in the ring was slow. Jon Moxley continues to prove he cannot wrestle. Why do we keep booking him? Nobody wants to see him. Nobody. And those who do want to see him, they probably should be checked out, and we really should be concerned about what's on their hard drive. I'm serious about this. This is fucking asinine. He continues to hurt this company. Jon Moxley is destroying this company from the inside out. It's probably why people were fucking starting rumors that he's the mystery man that stomped Punk, because they're just hoping he leaves AEW. The fuck are we doing? He is awful. Fucking awful. And this show was awful. Every part of this fucking show was this. Welcome, friend. Think you're new here. Wave, welcome. The whole night was pointless. The whole fucking night was pointless. Every bit of it. Fucking pointless. Yeah, that's exactly it. We're starting to cause It's the new fucking Vince Russo fucking rumors. Oh, the Fed sent him here to fuck things up. I agree, Wave. I agree. I mean, I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends that have stopped for the same reason. I have brothers that have done it. I have people I talk to on a regular that used to watch AEW and just don't. But Tony doesn't believe you. The sickos don't believe you. Everything's great. 2025. This is another one of those great shows of 2025. No build to a finish, no sensibility, no fucking rhyme or reason, and they're in the same faction. So Claudio beats him and walks off. Moxie sits in a corner and pouts. Well, if me and you are boys and we're forced to have a match, do we not just fucking hug it out after? Do I not? Good match, my guy? No, we just instantly go our separate ways. Fuck you and your feelings. What are we doing? See if it works. Yes, let's go. Nothing but love, folks. Love you all. I got feelings too. Well, Tony, you're hurting my feelings and you're hurting my fucking brain. And my God, we would love to help you, but you seem to think you got it. And I would love to fucking change your opinion. Cornette is very old school, but there's a young OG who he loves, and he might bring him back to modern day wrestling. Javon Evans. It's when people talk about real pro wrestling. And I hate that term because there's either pro wrestling or not pro wrestling. But that real pro wrestling that the sickos talk about, that is what Jim Cornette defines, is the definition of pro wrestling. And it doesn't matter if it's old school, new school, doesn't matter. There are fundamentals. It's like anything, right? We've watched basketball change its rules. We've watched baseball change its rules. We've watched all major sports kind of change and evolve with times, right? Do you guys remember the day when pitchers didn't have a pitch count and they could just stand there for a month and fucking make a game 7 hours? Like, things change. But at the core of what each of those things are, it is their essence, and they can't change those. You can't change the essence of what real pro wrestling is. And I agree with Jim. This is not it. So that, he's dated, da-da-da. But just because you're a modern fan and you're more into the modern wrestlers doesn't mean that you can just abandon what fundamentally needs to exist. What has existed for 100 years and why it exists. Referees matter. Urgency matters, story matters, character matters. And you're right about Javon. I mean, that's the thing about Jim is if there's a guy like Javon, if there's a guy like Braun Breaker, if there's someone like Rhea Ripley, he was praising Rhea Ripley when she was in NXT. Like, he doesn't just say fuck everybody. And that to me is important. If you catch a podcaster or you catch a streamer and everything's negative, then they probably don't have the best of opinion because they want to push a narrative. I think Jim has his ways, and a lot of what he sees doesn't jive with his ways, and that's fine. But when something's good, he acknowledges it to a degree, I believe. That's important. If you guys came every week and I was just like, here we go with another bullshit Dynamite, it's going to suck till this week. It always sucks. I fucking hate it. Let's go. Then you already know I have an axe to grind. And you see that all the time. I got one whiny fucker on Instagram that every video he makes, I'm just being objective. Get the fuck out of here. You start every video the same fucking way. Get him a tissue. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now that I'm done ranting and losing my fucking mind, that was Dynamite. Dynamite has gone off the air gracefully. It's finally fucking tapped out and gone home. Claudio should have put him in the sharpshooter. Claudio should have given him the fucking sharpshooter and got a tap out. That would have kind of carried the I'm a pussy and I keep tapping out story. However, if you're new here, if you're not new here, we take a rating out of 10 for every single show. Give me your rating out of 10. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what was good, what was bad, what was in between. How did you feel about it? I'll click on a few, and then I'll get out of here because I'm starting to get a headache because I've been yelling for an hour and a half, and I know the neighbors and the people within this house would rather me stop. 3. Is that where we're going to start? KJ, just for shits and giggles, if you had to choose one to watch forever, Nikki or Mox? Nikki. And Nikki, 100%. Mox, well, I mean, again, it is what it is, and people are going to laugh at me for saying this, but Nikki's funnier to look at than Mox. and they both suck at wrestling. So I'm going with the one that's better to look at.
Yeehaw!
There you go. I hit the wrong button, but let's go. 5 out of 5 out of 10. 5.5 out of 10. 5 out of 5 out of 10. Good job. 5.5 out of 10. This show was a letdown. Yeah, I'm going 4. 4. I'm going with MDB. This is why I'm going 4. Was it overall like a fucking horribly boring show and a bad show that deserves a really low mark? No, to a degree. I could give it a 6. I could give it a 5. But everything on this show, the formatting, the production, the botches, the fucking backstage segments, the overuse of Don Callis, the overuse of the Death Riders, the overuse of shit that I don't want to see. This show gets a 4 out of 10, and fuck it. I know this is going to be out there. Sickos, if you have anything to say about it, I'm all ears, but this sucks. This is not good. Moxley and Claudio was fucking embarrassing. There are wrestlers in fucking wrestling school right now that could perform better than John Moxley. Why did he bleed? Why did they spend half the match outside the ring? Why, when they tried to get in the ring and do transitions, they couldn't do them? That's why Moxley bleeds. That's why Moxley fucking runs away from the ring all the time. Because when he's in it, it exposes him for the piece of shit that he is. He can't do it. And he thinks he's fucking amazing. And every week, every pay-per-view, here comes John. It hasn't changed since Dean Ambrose. He's been the same guy, and the same promo, the same attitude, the same shit. The only difference is Tony Khan let the dog off his leash, and this is what he's barking up. This is what he's come to. This is what he thinks is great. It is garbage. Kyle Fletcher and Brian McKnight. Kevin Knight underachieved. I thought it was an okay match. I thought it was going to be a lot better. Pac Okada was actually maybe the best match of the night. The women's death match, unnecessary, stupid, look bad, botchy. I thought you broke Mina's arm. I thought you broke Megan's neck. It just didn't look good. The crowd was quiet. The crowd in the building was almost silent for the back half of the whole show. Help me understand. What am I missing? Dear sickos, what am I missing? What did you see that makes this good wrestling? What did you see that makes this worth watching every week? It wasn't good. I'm giving it a 4 out of 10 because the person that hurt this show the most is the guy making the decisions, the guy that put the format together. We went from backstage segment to backstage segment to backstage segment, and that is something that these fans shit on the WWE for doing. All these fucking interviews, all this talking. The fuck? And then you do a death match in the middle of the second hour, and your main event was that piece of trash? It's garbage. It is fucking garbage, and it needs to be better. In a time when a lot of people, I don't want to say everyone, a lot of people are talking about the WWE and their booking being lacking. This is an opportunity, Tony, to do better. The problem is Tony is rich as fuck, and everyone around him is on his payroll, so nobody will look Tony in the face and say, Tony, this is shit, and we got to do better with it. That's what we're missing. And we keep getting the same shit. And I throw up in my mouth every time I hear Tony Khan say, 2025 has been our best year ever, our most consistent TV. It is consistently fucking garbage. You get 10 men to run out and have a brawl. You have a fucking grown man giving a guy a wet willy in his fucking eyeball. You're so fucking dumb in this company that you don't realize the wet willy goes in the ear, not the eye. What the fuck are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why are you making me sit through this? Why are you treating your fan base like children, like morons? And yeah, there are some morons that really get behind, oh, the women bled, best night ever. Moxley bled, it's still a good night. Go get your fetishes and get off elsewhere. But it's not here. And this is not legitimate pro wrestling when it's being run and operated like this. It's just not. So I got you. I'm way behind on the chat. I'm all worked up. 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. I didn't like it. It should have been better. I am saying the show wasn't the greatest. All matches, 5 of them. I was right only in Only 4 of them. Last match, I was wrong. I can't believe. I can't believe it went that way. I cannot. Claudio versus Dorado and Moxley versus Takeshita on Saturday. Now, how does Moxley even have a competitive match with Takeshita at this point in life? It's religious. It's hardcore, Moxley. It's religious. It's hardcore. He is not hardcore. He's a faker. You're a phony. Honestly, worst Dynamite of the year, full of promos. Is absolutely crazy. And the opening promo. Sorry, I haven't even got there. But the opening promo with Joe and Eddie was garbage. These are 2 guys that were supposed to fucking like get really fucking into it. Nothing to get me excited about it. So next week we'll tune in for the Walrus match. Here we go. We hugged out after last week's fantasy. Yeah, see? We might have to do it again after hockey this week because I'm fucking getting smacked. I think that TK is using Mox just like he used Jericho. Poorly? Is the word poorly? What are we looking for here? 5.5. Let's go. 5 out of 10. Herb Abrams booked better than Tony Khan. An old shout, Chris, but you're right. I'll give you a list of people that have booked better than Tony Khan, and I will give you a list of 100 names that wrestle better than John Moxley right now today. There are so many better wrestlers. Hornswoggle was a better wrestler than John Moxley. The guy with 1 leg was a better wrestler than John Moxley. Jack Swagger is a better wrestler than John Moxley. Fuck my life. The guy sucks at his job. If he was a fucking mechanic, they would have fired him. I'm just hardcore. I just want you to do your lug nuts. I don't know what the fuck we're saying anymore. I've been praising Rhea since, 6 out of 10. Okay. I can go 6. I understand why 6. I added a little extra because I'm pissed off. 5 out of 10. Flans. There you go. All the flans. 4 out of 10, says Eric. See, I'm with you. Mine is 1 out of 10. About done with AEW in general. Fuck. See, the more people that say that, the worse it gets. And again, yeah, the blindness is insane to me. 5 out of 10. Dylan stole my question. 6. 10 out of 10. Everything is great. Love it, life. Right? Tony, how did tonight go? 10 out of 10. Where's Tony? What's your rating on the night, Tony? I know you were here. 5 out of 10. Everybody got into the eggnog tonight. Facts, right? Again, I just want it to make sense. And there's little things that could have made this show better. Little things. If you're gonna have security run out for a hangman, you gotta have security run out for the fucking 10-man brawl. You have to. Like, common sense would tell you that. Like, if you're looking at a kid would tell you that. Fucking hell. Wrestling overall is just boring. I hate that. I do. I hate it. It's been a little uninspiring. I agree. Like, I mean, I know overall, and again, just because I'm here Wednesday and I have all the bad things to say about what I watched tonight, doesn't mean I'm letting the other company off the hook at all. I mean, they've had, again, Survivor Series was lackluster. Monday was so fucking flat. Yeah. I'm hardcore. It's fucking nuts. Wrestling has been mid in 2025. Again, we've got some really good things in 2025. Overall, the vibe of the fan base is very lackluster. Considering how hot wrestling was in 2024, late 2023, we were cooking, at some point before that, no more Vince, life is good better, WWE is going to be better, new people are being signed left, right, and center. 2025 has been a bit of a letdown. The back end of 2025 in particular, I think from about September on, I've really struggled with it. Like for the WWE and me, right around WrestlePalooza, they made some mistakes, but I was still kind of into what was going on. There's been some real downturn lately. Evil Bagel. I like this one. Tony Khan is going to call 85-year-old Moxley because his champion Mortos, Monet Jr., got hurt, so he needs Mox to win the title. Oh, I mean, I'm curious to see if that plays out. John's never taken a vacation. He should fucking take one. Take one. And thank you so much for the super chats. And the super stickers guarantees that you get clicked on. AEW ruined my Wednesday. I hope I tried to help, it not be ruined. I hope I could entertain you during the ruining. Thank you. Yeah, you got me on one late. Tonight, but 6 out of 10. Vince Russo 2. Is Vince booking these shows? Secretly, are you confiding in Vince Russo? I know you guys had a public back and forth, and Russo was sending you a resume, hoping for a job. Is Russo booking these shows? It would make complete sense. If I was Tony Khan, I would go public and just be like, listen, ladies and gentlemen, since January, Vince Russo has been booking my shows. We'd forgive you and start anew. Eva Marie is a better wrestler. Let's go. All right, I'm getting long in the tooth. I'm turning into an AEW promo here. But yes, thank you so much for the super chats. Shout out to everybody out there. Triple Con fault facts. Triple A is much better. I would agree. NXT's done well up and down, but consistently better matches than AEW in ring. People actually, it's like AEW got to the point in the beginning of wow, they give us really better matches. And then they just rested. They were like, fuck, we don't have to do it ever again because they already think it. Things have changed so much. TNA does good stuff. Triple H does good stuff. There's a lot of good wrestling out there. KJ, Raw wasn't bad as AEW tonight. I would agree with that, but it's closer than it should be, Denisha. Raw wasn't great. I mean, I think I gave it a 6. Maybe I gave it a 7. But it wasn't as bad as this. At least it's organized. It's structured. It's professional looking. It seems better. This seems so Bush League. Dixie Carter. Oh, Damian might have hit the wall there. At least Dixie was smart enough to ask other people what they think. It was the wrong people, but at least she was smart enough to ask. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I help when I can. I'm terrified of Friday. We'll see. I mean, we're back. Last week was a tape show. This week, again, rumor. Somebody said that Gunther might be hurt. I don't believe that's true. But LA Knight, Gunther, who will fight John? All right. I've gone way too long here tonight, but I appreciate y'all. And I have so much fun doing this. I could talk all night fucking long. But then again, you probably tune me out at some point. Thank you for the stream. It was pretty, but AEW could have done better. Tony Khan let us down. Again, I promise everybody that can hear my voice right now, if Tony Khan gives me a good show, I will tell you it was a good show. I have no reason to lie. I have no reason to my personal opinion is tonight sucked. I did give it a 7. Thank you, Anthony. I knew it was like an average, like a C, right? Like a 70% kind of idea. So I'm good with that. Good night, everybody. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the fun. Thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for letting a man rant on the internet about wrestling. Beyond that, don't forget tomorrow, 8 p.m., Dirt Sheet Debate. Nick should be back. I'm hoping Nick will be back. We'll have some things to argue about. It'd be a really weird debate show if it was just me self-debating. Pause.
Would you like butter on that, sir?
That being said, folks, check out all our stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Go check out all of our stuff on socials. All the socials, including Facebook and Discord. And that's it. Tony Khan, do better, be better. John Moxley, quit and give up. It's terrible. It's ruining my fun. On behalf of Anthony, on behalf of Big Raspy Nick, I'm Mr. Evernight, KJ White. Have a good night. See you on the flip side.
Okay, see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.